Chat, you'll have to excuse me. I'm a little bit slow now. Just a little bit. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, that's how slow I am. I forgot to open up my camera again. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? Hopefully good. Did I get coolant? Not sure what you mean by that. I did turn on the AC again. It was like 91 when I left my apartment to go grab a drink. Oh, excuse me. And I came back and it was 89. You know what sucks though? It's hotter in my bedroom than it is actually like than it is in my in the rest of my apartment. Oh goodness. I'm still a little like short of breath right now. Because when you yell like that, so viscerally upset, it does kind of wear you out a little bit. But I hope you guys are having a good day today. If you were not here for the first stream, and you are interested, I would recommend that you go check it out. It's a very good stream. One of my more favorite ones. Despite the little amount of scuff we had, it was a good stream. And like I said, unless there is a massive influx of like reason for me to talk about Alara, I will not plan on it. There's just no good reason. So there's no good reason to, so I don't plan on it. It's Friday. It is. Tomorrow I get to go back to work. At least I assume so. Anyway. Watching the new Mario Kart. Nice. I heard Summer Games Fest happened. And well, I was kind of there for the beginning because I was with Temp and Magma. Shout out to Magma. new Yippee on the street. He's doing a little streaming himself. And I think he's doing decent. He sounds very... Magma's one of those guys that actually has a pretty good voice. And he does pretty good. He sounds pretty good. Well, thank you for the 10. Let's see if it will show up in the thing. I unpaused alerts successfully, I think. Okay, hold on a moment. Let me turn down the music. Or no, let me turn up the alert box. Summer Games Fest happened. Do you want to come in and talk about it, Tim, for a few minutes? Is that just the sound volume? Why is it not playing? I am actually getting kind of tilted that it's not doing it. Volume's at 100%. No, why the fuck? Why is it not playing the noise? It should be playing the noise. I am extremely tilted right now. Wow. Okay. I don't know why it's not playing. Let me relaunch the alert box. Tell the title is bait. Technically, no. He did win. I am so sorry, chat. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I can hear that. It's just way too low. Can I adjust the volume? Alert box. Sound volume. Okay. And maybe if I pause that, do I have to turn it like literally up to max for people to hear this? I'm sorry, Chad. I don't mean for this to be the... Oh, hi there.
Hello. You didn't answer, so I just dragged mouse with me anyway.
Hold on. Gonna play it?
What scuff is happening now? What'd you do?
There it goes.
Slash octopus mommy
okay.
MILF avatar.
I came and it's fixed.
Grundle Bunley tipped octopus mommy milk $10. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pecker. How many peckers did he pick?
Thank you very much for the 10. Okay, so it's playing normally now, I think.
Grundle Bunley tipped octopus mommy milk $10.
Thank you for the $10. How much would Anyway. You know what's funny is you guys are directly sitting under the chat and chill and then the typing thing, which is unintentional. But
that's funny though.
Since you both watched, did you both watch the Summer Games Fest?
Malice watched it while he was at work, and then I streamed it.
Okay. All right. So tell me what you guys think. I mean, like, I feel like we'll probably go through more of it on Sunday, maybe.
Yeah.
But
it was
a
a giant
fucking nothing.
There was a few highlights. The Liza P expansion.
Yeah,
was announced. Well, not announced.
That's another game on my list.
It got shadow dropped.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, it's available today. Have fun.
Uh-huh.
We got Code Vein 2, which okay, fair.
Yeah.
Mortal Shell 2, which feels like Doom meets Dark Souls, which, you know, has a lot of potential.
Yep.
Atomic Heart 2, which is just more Atomic Heart, which is fine.
Is it actually
They
just
also
called
announced-
Atomic Heart 2?
Yes, even though it's supposedly a sequel in a different universe or different reality from the first game, so the first game doesn't matter,
That's a
which is
choice.
weird. I think that's probably story reasons. I haven't finished Atomic Heart yet. They also announced the Cube, which is
The cube did look good.
from wording, it sounds like it's a FPS MMORPG.
Yeah.
So we actually have Russians making a potential Destiny killer.
Really?
Or
Yeah.
the Russians would be the one
Listen.
to kill it.
Listen. Well, wait, isn't the last city in Russia or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's funny.
Because it's like outside the Cosmodrome.
Yeah. So yeah, the Cube looks decent, but not decent enough right now to be like, this is amazing.
Uh-huh.
They also announced Ill,
Resident
I
Evil.
think it was. They also Resident Evil
Ill.
9.
Yeah.
Ill looks interesting.
I'm not touching ill with a 20-foot pole.
What kind of
I
game
know
is
you
it?
aren't. It's
Horror.
another.
It's a horror.
FPS. It's a first-person horror game.
Yeah.
But
Pussy.
like, we were all talking about it.
Damn right.
And it was like this looks interesting. We were just between like, oh, this looks interesting to ew to oh to ew, and the final bit of the trailer just has the main character kicking like multiple zombie babies,
Uh-huh.
and our first response was kick the baby
Why would you kick baby?
because it was trying to
Trying
kill
to
you.
eat you.
It was very funny.
Interesting.
So I know Cat and Magma are interested in that one. I might check it out. We'll see.
Absolutely not.
And then
Hello, Sparky.
Resident Evil 9
No.
was the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
okay, sorry.
Really, they
Resident
didn't
Evil 9
announce a lot, basically.
Resident Evil 9 was the big one after like the several cock teases.
Yeah.
Because they
Titanfall 3
did.
mentioned twice.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, they mentioned Titanfall 3 several times.
Wait, there's a new Titanfall game?
No.
No.
People mentioned it.
The creator of Splitgate 2 mentioned that Titanfall was one of his inspirations for Splitgate,
Okay.
and that, we tried creating Titanfall 3, and the entire crowd cheered.
And then he's
Yeah.
like, sorry, it's not actually going to be Titanfall 3.
Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But there were two teases from Capcom about Resident Evil 9. One of them was getting the voice actor for Lady Dimitrescu to come out, and she had like a red tinted wine glass to make it look like there was blood in it, and was announcing like the Capcom sales on like different platforms for, hey, buy the other Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a sale going on Resident Evil games or something.
Yeah, there is. And then she came out again and, did her whole, the same spiel again, kind of, but then kind of passed it on, like passed the wine glass to the creator of the franchise. And then the creator basically came out and said, hey, we're working on it, but we have nothing to show you, but you'll find out soon, which made everyone think.
Thank you for the 10.
Zephyrus tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. At this point I stick to games like Z and games from Bandai and Capcom.
Well, he was
Western
like, we're not
studios
ready to
don't
show
give
you,
me
but it
a
was like,
lot
we'll
of
show you
credit.
in like a wink or something, in the wink of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, we'll show you soon.
Hey,
And
thank you
so
for the 10, Zephyrus.
We saw that, and it was like, okay, so they're not going to show it to us today. Probably soon, but not today.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. And then Jeff was like, "Hey, we got one more announcement for you." And then it was just Resident Evil 9.
Right.
What's it called? Requiem?
Yeah, it's called Requiem. They're doing the same thing they did with Village, where it's like
They're
they
giving
have
it a name instead of a number.
Well, no. So Village, because of how Roman numerals are, you could spell Village and have 8 in there as well if you use the Roman numerals.
Okay. So is Resident
So they're
Evil
doing the same
9?
thing.
Is it like that too?
Resident Evil 9, you could spell Requiem with 9.
Yeah.
It's kind of smart, I guess.
Yeah. It actually. Yeah. So I'm actually okay with them doing that.
Yeah.
Quite clever.
If they're clever about it, it's fine.
So that was cool.
It's apparently like Return to Raccoon City or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So they showed off
YouTuber with
the main
jester
character.
octopus mommy milf avatar.
The hell?
Question mark Sly Maverick. Tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. UP tax.
Oh, sorry, it's a super chat.
No, it's fine. I was just so from what we saw, you basically the main location appears to be Raccoon City after the nuke went off. Because I think it was in 2 or 3, they nuked Raccoon City to get rid of the virus. It worked.
Kind of.
Yeah. But there apparently was a rumor or a leak after Summer Game Fest that basically said, one, you can hear Leon, because the rumor was that Leon was the main protagonist of this game, and that the Resident Evil 9 was going to continue and also simultaneously finish his story from 2 and 4.
Interesting.
So he wasn't in the trailer, so it's got people like, well, why isn't he in the trailer? This rumor or this leak came out saying that he is actually in the trailer. You can hear his voice in there, and he is going to be in a proper trailer that they show off again soon. And that Raccoon City is actually not the main location. It's just yet another cock tease. So we'll see. But that was the big announcement. The fact that like the only announcements that were worth a damn, you could probably put on one hand.
Yeah.
I see. Still,
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I didn't stream it because that sounds very underwhelming.
I mean, I was happy I streamed it because it was so fun to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fun to do, but like, I feel like I would have. It doesn't feel that interesting to me personally.
Well, you would have checked out in 30 seconds.
I did.
Yeah.
I did though,
No,
because I
Akko
was
did.
writing. Listen, I was writing for my other stream. Okay.
I'm not mad at you, but Akko did check out really fast.
Yeah. So like, 3 hours before I do my stream, I'm like, you know what? Let's make a slideshow to help keep me on track. And then I make that thing in 3 or 4 hours. Like, I work on the other bits of the stream for a couple of days, but...
No, yeah.
Excuse me.
I think, so Kat and Magma pointed out that Summer Game Fest really felt like it's either Japanese games, dark and gritty games, or Souls-likes.
Or fucking...
Or all of the above.
All
or
those
fucking roguelikes.
all those things
Yeah.
could be exactly the same, not gonna lie.
Exactly. So I was like, and especially after, and I know you're gonna say Copium, but I'm going with this. Because they got a Steam DB update about Silksong where they had added the achievements and they added the new trailer. Like that's actually there and reported on Steam. So it's like, okay,
It is actually listed.
it is listed. So it was like, okay, so we're probably getting this new trailer during Summer Game Fest. That made the most sense. So the fact it wasn't there was weird.
But we still have Xbox for this
Yeah,
weekend.
Xbox on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was happy. I think you were there when I mentioned it. I was happy when they did Kojima early because Jeff likes sucking off Kojima.
Yeah.
He does.
He does. By the way, chat,
And
I'll
then
be
Kojima
playing.
makes his trailers 6 hours long.
I'll be playing Genshin in the background while we react to stuff, chat, because I still would like to get caught up. Hope that's okay. We'll get to react stuff here soon. I know that Sparky came to see that, so we'll see that here soon. Oh, where's the potato? Not potato, the worm. They're not added in.
Worm, potato, bee, thing.
Hey!
Ty, I don't know if you... Do you have Liza P, Ty?
No.
Okay, it's on sale.
Oh, goodness.
Maybe.
It is 30 for the base game, 60 for the base game and the DLC.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
X back.
So if you want it, it's on sale.
Uh-huh.
I do have to ask, Ty, since I've not really asked your opinion. The Switch 2 is out. Are you planning to get it?
Fuck no.
No
Oh,
time.
Marco, you didn't hear what we
Fuck.
talked about.
No.
So you know how the Joy-Cons still have drift and they were updated periodically?
They
to the
still have the
Switch's life
same.
cycle?
They have the same part from the Switch 1. I know.
They have the same part from the first generation of Joy-Cons.
I'm not surprised.
So they're already drifting.
Oh, they already fucking.
They're already drifting.
Nintendo is already offering refunds, right?
No, they're
Oh.
offering replacements.
Yeah, they're offering replacement Joy-Cons already. Yeah. Replacement Joy-Cons.
That's so hilarious. Chat, this is why I'm not buying a Switch. I actually talked about this with a family member recently. Because I was like, they're like, you gotta get the Switch 2 for your channel. And I was like, no, I'm not playing it. They're like, why? Wouldn't that be good for you? I was like, not really. It's $500 plus $80, $90 for other games just to play games that I probably will only play a couple of times because Mario Kart is genuinely only fun if people drag me along to do it. And a lot of the stuff on the Switch 2 right now is just not worth it. So
Also, a lot of the things on the Switch 2 are upgrades from Switch 1 that you have to pay $40 to upgrade.
Someone actually pointed out, in fact, I think it was actually Linus, because they did a short circuit video on the Switch 2, and he showed off Breath of the Wild. And he found out during that video that because he didn't realize that you had to buy either the Switch 2 enhanced version or the DLC for it. So when he was playing Breath of the Wild, it was capped at 30 frames.
are you serious?
Which
Yeah.
means it is hard-coded into the game to be hard-capped at 30.
Unless you give Nintendo money.
That is so fucked. Did I talk about how it was hacked in 4 hours? We haven't talked about that yet. We'll get to that on
It was
Sunday.
also hacked.
Yeah, someone broke it in 4 hours, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
So
Not whatsoever.
there was a YouTube short I came across today where that was comparing it to the 3DS, because the 3DS also did very poorly at launch.
It did, yes.
It did, but it was still playable.
It was. The short basically said, even if the Switch 2 is bad right now, let's look back at it like a year or two from now.
Yeah.
And see where we're sitting.
No, absolutely. Nintendo has a habit of fixing things over time, which is why I will absolutely not be getting a Switch 2.
It's very frustrating, honestly.
But yeah, Breath of the Wild is capped at 30 unless you give them the $10 upgrade money as a DLC or you buy the Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
So they can't. Nobody.
I thought it was more than $10. I thought it was like 30.
No, it's $10 as the DLC. So
That's
if you,
Okay,
insane.
that's slightly more acceptable.
It's still dumb paying $10 to get
It's
60
still
FPS.
it's still stupid, especially when there's a bunch of games that got free updates. Period.
How are people defending this? I'd be very surprised if people actually come down and defend that.
I have not seen a single
Some
person
people
defending this.
are.
Really?
They're not so much defending the you have to pay $10 for the digital upgrade. They're just defending the Switch 2 and Nintendo in general.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Which I'm like, don't
Because they're
defend it.
Yeah, because they're staying away from that, $10 to upgrade a game that you already own that very obviously can run at a higher quality, but you have to give them money to release it from its hard-coded problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is disgusting.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have to give Capcom $30 extra, or 10 or whatever, to make my Monster Hunter look prettier. That was an additional DLC that I just downloaded.
And it was free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredibly insane in my personal opinion.
So Nintendo has full on lost a lot of their
I guess
player
A lot of the
respect.
respect people had for them.
I guess a lot of people aren't that surprised. I don't know. I don't know. It's extremely sad in my personal opinion. Thank you for the 10.
MilF avatar.
Sephiroth's
Isn't it also
Octopus
rumored there's supposed to be like a
$10.
direct coming soon or some
Now
shit?
choose the virtual game
Yes.
cards that moved all the digital games too.
That is a pretty big issue. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
there is a direct. That'd be interesting. Diehard Nintendo fans are built different. This is true. When you're
They are.
when
I've
you're
already said I'm not buying it. I will look back at it in like a year or two from now and see where we're sitting on games.
Exactly. Where we're sitting on games, where we're sitting on improvements to the hardware and the new stuff for it. Because sometimes Nintendo just like releases a new version of it and doesn't fucking say anything.
Yep. And
all it is just like, hey, we upgraded this. Hey, we upgraded this tiny thing. So they don't like make a big deal out of it, but they're just like, hey.
yeah, deserved
Hey, look,
maybe.
as long as there's games I want on it and Nintendo has changed how they're acting around it, I might be more open. But after the fact that they did, the Switch 2 launch has been awful. The Joy-Con's already drifting. They're honestly, I'd even go so far as scamming people for Zelda.
I wouldn't say it's
When
debatable
Pokemon
if it's a scam.
when Pokemon got a free upgrade,
Oh, I didn't realize that Pokemon got a free upgrade and like Zelda
Scarlet
didn't.
and Violet got free performance upgrades to Switch 2. But
Okay,
Breath
yeah,
of
no,
the Wild
that's
and Tears of the Kingdom are paid.
Wait, who did?
that's bull.
I know this much. Not even 24 hours after launch, it already got hacked, so
Yeah.
so much for unhackable.
No, didn't they
Exactly.
tout themselves as
Nothing
like
is
making it unhackable
unhackable.
or something?
Yeah, no, they
Yep.
touted that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you tell people you can't hack this, they're gonna do it harder.
That they're
Yeah.
just gonna try harder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But yeah,
It's like, yes, goad hackers into saying something's unhackable. See what happens.
Yeah.
24 hours later.
People will brute
But yeah.
force it until it happens. So
Mhm.
Anyway,
but no.
I'm
but yeah,
sure
Scarlet
we'll.
and Violet
Oh, go ahead.
got Scarlet and Violet got free upgrades, but Zelda didn't. And I think this is even more disgusting. They didn't include the DLCs for Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2 cartridge for it. So if you still want those, you have to pay the now $70 for Breath of the Wild on top of the $20 for the season pass, making it a $90 game.
Oh, there's just season passes for everything, isn't there?
Yep.
Mm.
So I would have been a little more forgiving if Pokemon also had the $10 upgrade things for each of them.
been.
Well, that I wouldn't be calling it scamming, but the fact that now those did, but Zelda didn't,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't feel good. That feels scummy.
Yeah.
And they're only doing that because Zelda is Zelda.
I'm waiting for a bit before hearing. Yeah, I'm just not going to,
Yeah.
personally. I just don't feel inclined. So.
I'm not going to say never. I will say not for a while.
I'll buy a hacked version.
Fair.
Fair enough. Paying $10 for full performance is like paying BMW to use more heated seats. This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, you do pay more at a BMW for heated seats.
That is extremely retarded. I don't know what's more retarded. The fact that exists or the fact that there will be people that think that is a good idea to do. You know? It's really...
There's people who defend that shit. It's stupid. It's like people defending the fact that Dynamo label makers have now made it to where their labels have like an RFD scanner in them, and unless you use an actual Dynamo scanner roll, it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Label maker. It's
Okay.
something-
I get you.
And that's like
Yeah.
HP printers with their ink.
Yeah.
You have to use their product.
Otherwise, it will brick the entire thing.
Otherwise, it just bricks itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
I can remember. I can. Go ahead.
well, I was actually going to say, this is actually one of those times where I am going to defend Sony. Because like Horizon Zero Dawn is a great example of this. They released the PS4 version because the PS5 wasn't out then. And then when the PS5 came out, they said, okay, here's a $10 upgrade for it. But at that point, like the PS5 had come out like years later.
Yeah, it
And
took a
they
while.
didn't release a PS5 version. Like digital, yes, but there wasn't a physical version, I believe.
Yeah, it's purely a digital upgrade. And it's purely graphical.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess technically that does fall into the same lines of like what Nintendo did. But
It is,
There
but it's
was
not on launch.
it wasn't on launch, and there was nothing new added to Zelda. Whereas I think there was actually new stuff added to Horizon.
Yes, there was some small things. I haven't gone back and played it because I've already beaten Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm not adding a game I've already beaten to my backlog with a $10 DLC.
Exactly.
No, you shouldn't.
But if I'm paying, if I would be okay paying for the extra $10 if it meant like, oh, I get something new out of this.
Yeah, you get like a couple side quests that make it lead a little better into West, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Anyway, I think that with the Switch stuff, we'll probably talk about it more on Sunday because I feel
Yeah.
like if we give it a few more days, we'll have more funny Switch stuff.
A lot of Dogwave this week is going to be a lot of talking about the Switch 2 launch and the announcements
Yeah.
from State of Play, Summer Game Fest, and the Xbox Showcase.
Did you hear about the boo boo? I think a GameStop did to some of these Switch with staple.
Yes.
Yeah, they're stapling screens.
So GameStop employees are stapling the receipt to the box,
Yes.
but the actual Switch 2 console is raised so high in the box that like it's so close that like, it hit the flap, like the
Yep.
So the staple is going through the flap into the screen.
And it's not like it's puncturing the screen, but not enough to like break it. It's more or less just scratching it, which is still
now
disgusting in my personal opinion.
Nintendo has not offered a response to that, but GameStop did and said anyone who has experienced this, we will replace it, no charge.
Yeah.
and that's good on GameStop.
So,
And also, I don't think Nintendo needs to respond to that because that's a GameStop being
that's a
fucking
GameStop
idiot.
issue.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Now,
It
well,
is.
okay,
It is.
well, hold on. It could also be a Nintendo issue because Nintendo, I think, saying
It
this
is
should
also
go back and revise the box.
Yeah, it is that the box is like very tight around it from what
All
I've
right,
Yeah.
so time. I would disagree with that one because unless the screens are being broken from the boxes being dropped or anything like that, then I say it goes back to Nintendo because the boxes are not meant to be stapled.
No, fair.
Yeah, we're not saying that it is entirely Nintendo's fault, but it is something that they could go back and look at, though it is not something that they need to prioritize.
Yeah, because like the thing is, boxes are meant for transportation, and transportation does not really include puncturing.
And
The fact
once
the
it's out of the
puncturing is a
box-
brand is my apologies. Puncturing is like an issue that is completely extra to a cardboard box, basically. That's why
And-
I think it happened.
technically, once you take it out of the box, it's never going back in.
No. Nope.
Though I have heard the new dock is incredibly flimsy.
Oh, really?
It is.
Yeah.
The original dock was flimsy anyways.
So
Well, no,
flimsier?
It actually is like people are actively like bending it by just pinching.
Oh no. That's not good.
The original dock doesn't even do that. It doesn't take a lot of force, but like people are like shaking the dock and like the front like panel is like wobbling.
Oh.
It's not well put together.
So what you're telling me is Nintendo pushed out another semi-decent product again.
Yes. So I do suspect some of these things we fixed in other iterations.
Yeah.
But launch iterations are just kind of not good.
This is why, chat, I don't buy the opening console. Like I didn't do it with the Switch. I didn't do it with the Steam Deck. I definitely ain't doing it now. So.
Yeah. So. I don't know. It's a mess.
Yeah.
I really feel like if Nintendo wanted to garner some goodwill, future iterations, they will put Hall effect sticks in. At least into the Pro controller.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price it costs,
a lot.
But the fact that they
Yeah,
upped the
Nintendo.
price so much, the least they could do is just slam Hall effect sticks into.
They're not going to do
at
it.
least the Pro
They're not gonna
controller.
do
They're
it,
not
man.
going to.
I don't know. That's too much to expect from them. Anyway.
No, it is.
Anyway, I feel like we should move on from the Switch because otherwise we're just going to keep ourselves from
We'll go
having
back-
content from...
Yeah.
We're just not going to have something to talk about when it comes to Switch on Sunday. So
I'm sure we can have plenty to talk about, but yeah.
I feel like we should...
Yeah.
Hold off. Anyway. Excuse me. I brought Sparky here because he wanted to show me a funny video today. You guys are willing to stick around if you'd like, but we're going to talk about some Billy Mitchell.
Who?
The
Pac-Man guy.
the King of
I
Kong.
Oh, the Donkey Kong guy.
Yeah.
Who?
Moon.
Fair.
Um,
You heard of Billy's hot sauce? I kind of want it. I really do kind of want it. I put some up on my throne.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe you can get a promo code.
There is a promo code for 10% off using Carl Lost. That's amazing. That is amazing. I have some family in Florida where his company is, so maybe they could just... I don't know how far away they are from him. Maybe they could drive down there and grab it. Oh my gosh, he actually has timestamps for this entire video. It's almost 30 minutes long. I'm gonna see if Ava wants to...
Done.
Let's see if Ava wants to jump in because we're gonna go... it has Deposition in it.
I know this one. I gave to Ava. And I know Ava was gonna react to it next week, but go ahead and ask. She might come on.
Thank you for the 2 wolves, Spain. Watching you stream again. Yep.
So
I took a small break.
For Malice, this is the guy who had a world record on Donkey Kong, and some people claim that he cheated
Yes.
for that world record. And then was it Carl Jobs sued him over that?
No, Carl. No. I don't want you. Now you're spouting fake news. So what happened?
Well, no, that's why I thought I was like kind of like.
Wow.
So what
about
happened? What happened is Billy Mitchell started suing people saying that he wasn't the King of Kong, basically. And Carl Jobst, the guy that shouts out all of the cheaters in video games, defamed him by saying that him going after another YouTuber led to that YouTuber committing, basically. And he sued and won because that's obviously very easy defamation to say that you attacking somebody is what convinced them to commit, basically. So he sued and won, basically. And this is his first video, it looks like, after all of this is over. So it's been over for like 2 months now, basically. And this is his first video afterwards. So again, like I said, you guys are welcome to sit in, both of you.
Okay. Interesting choice of topic, but all right.
I mean, we got a couple things to talk about tonight. We got this to talk about tonight. Mudahar's apologizing for buying the Switch 2.
Oh my god. Why is he apologizing? It's like that.
The reason will shock you, I'll be honest.
That guy, I swear, is a fucking perpetual victim.
I don't know I don't know why. Like, okay. My assumption, based off of the past, is Mudahar said he would never buy a Switch 2. And then he bought it opening day. Like, just saying, oh, guess what they had lying around, and then bought it. And I'm assuming that he's going to say, guys, I'm sorry for buying the Switch 2 after saying I wouldn't buy the Switch 2. So
It's all doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't, but he's such a beta cuck bitch that he's just going to apologize for everything. Oh, it's so...
Can we bring back bullying?
We do, dude. What do you think I do every dude? People try to cancel me because
there's a difference between you bullying and me bullying someone in middle school.
I've never been to middle school, so there's a slight difference there. Oh, gross, a bow? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Genshin.
There's a slight difference between oh god, a bow.
But yeah, so that is another. We got a couple videos tonight, and then also I have the Chris Chan documentary that, of course.
Oh god.
I promised everybody we'd watch part 2, and now we're gonna watch part 2. I have the goal up for part 3. Chat. We have 2 more super chats, and then you can confirm part 3, and we'll move on from there. So let us get started. And if at any point you want me to pause, you want to comment on something, just let me know. Right off the bat, Malice, I know that you did not watch.
Looks like he's stoned.
He is. Well, contrary to popular belief, he is not from California. He is a Florida dude. And the biggest detail, besides the fact that he's wearing so much black that he blends into the background, is he's got the American flag on him because he believes in America.
In 2 different spots, in his pocket and the tie.
Yeah.
It's not even a properly folded handkerchief.
Now, well,
who cares? He's Billy Mitchell.
So, Malice, real quick, have you seen the movie Pixels?
I've seen like bits and pieces of it. I've never seen it front to back.
Okay, all right, yeah. You know the guy, the guy they got the
midget
to the midget to play, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, I know Dinklage.
Yeah, he played Billy Mitchell in that movie.
Sure.
Yeah, basically, and they were making fun of him the entire time. All right, let's get started here.
Greetings, everyone. I originally didn't plan to create a video relating to Carl Jobs.
I think that is accurate. However, because Carl Jobs, the entire time this lawsuit happened, Carl Jobs was basically like, when I win this lawsuit, I will never let Billy Mitchell live it down. And now that Billy Mitchell has won, guess what he is not let Carl Jobs do? Live it down. On Twitter, he is just brutalizing him every single day.
No, to quote Carl Jobs specifically, whenever I win this lawsuit, I won't be a really good winner.
Yeah, pretty much. So, like, Billy Mitchell is doing exactly what Carl Jobs was planning on doing when Carl Jobs won. And I'm going to be honest with you, I can't really feel that bad because, again, Carl Jobs actually defamed this man and lost, rightfully so, in my personal opinion. So, watching him mog Carl Jobs in the way that he does it, like, again, a lot of people don't like this guy because they feel like he's a bit of an asshole. I think you could agree that he's an asshole, but also agree that he's kind of like an anti-hero that everybody's just gonna keep rooting for.
Oh, I love him because he is an asshole. What are you talking about? That's a fucking charm.
Like, when I was a kid, I was like, this guy's such an asshole. I hate him for how he treated that other guy in The King of Kong. But now looking up, I'm just like, you know what? This guy's an asshole, and he's a winner. He's just a winner.
And also, be fair to Carl hasn't had the ability just to shut the fuck up and take the L either. No,
Carl is like threatening people that. I think Carl was threatening more people with video takedowns for reacting to his stuff.
He was threatening legal action against a lawyer on YouTube called Lus, L-U-S, for covering this, and also trying to get his videos taken down about talking about this. And Billy Mitchell's reached out to Loss, and yeah.
I recall hearing that. Yeah. So yeah, Billy Mitchell. Again, he's an anti-hero, but he's the one that you love to cheer on.
I felt the judgment spoke for itself. However, after Carl Jobs' response video and a few other statements by him, I feel compelled to speak.
Oh boy.
I also feel that this video provides a good opportunity to correct a few past claims by Carl Jobs.
This is awesome.
But first,
oh, it's a sponsor?
Ricky's world famous sauce is running a sale. Get 10% off all sauces at rickysauce.com.
Genuine question.
No,
Half of his face doesn't work.
No, I think that's just his face the entire time. It's awesome. I kind of want to buy some sauce now.
Oh, he's about ready to give you the promo code.
Yeah, well, here, let's play.
Using the discount code Carl Lost.
Oh.
If you missed the recent special edition Dragon Sauce sale, stay tuned, because bottles number 1, 22, 117, and 256 will appear on eBay soon. We call them the 4 kill screen bottles.
Oh my gosh.
Also, watch the new film from the creators of The King of Kong, featuring me, Steve Wiebe, and Walter Day, titled Arcades and Love Songs, The Ballad of Walter Day.
I kind of want to watch that video. I really want to watch that video. Because, like, you know, it's kind of obvious that, like, the documentary, there was just a little bit of acting in there, just a tiny bit. And because, like, now when they do this new one, like, the Steve Wiebe, who was, like, the guy that was beefing with this guy, it sounds like they got together to do this. So, like, I think that, like, I really want to see it. And if I can react to, I probably can't react to it on YouTube, honestly. But I kind of want to watch it so badly.
Well, here's the beautiful thing about this, because everyone will look at Billy Mitchell and go, oh, well, he's just a low-count, he's a cheater and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the number one thing that Medica's always said to do,
which is laugh.
Monetize your haters.
Mm-hmm. Monetize the haters, broski.
That information is available at arcadesandlovesongs.com. Firstly, Mr. Jobs claimed that he couldn't disclose the subject of the lawsuit to his viewers is false. This is because the claim, which is the document that I filed in court to sue Mr. Jobs, in which I clearly set out why I was suing him, is a matter of public record. This means anyone in the world can go down to the court and ask for a copy, and the court has to supply that document to them.
Imagine if this...
Technically, you have to submit a freedom of information case, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Do you want to know where this court case was filed? In Australia, not in America.
Why the hell would you do it in the land down under?
Because that's where Carl lives.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Malice is right. I think Billy's had a stroke at some point in time.
I have no idea.
He definitely looks like he's had a stroke.
Half of his face is not functional.
Yeah, I think Billy's had a stroke somewhere down the line.
I have no idea. Personally,
you can tell from the right side of his face, his cheek not moving, and his eyebrow not moving.
I can kind of see what you mean, but again, Billy is very Sue happy, so I don't really know if I would.
No. It's not a slot against Billy whatsoever.
It's just an observation, which that's fair.
It's an observation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the case that sucks.
No, yeah. I get what you mean. Also, Eagle says, imagine if this set precedent for all the leftists that said the Stone Toss post caused people to kill it. Well, again, I don't think it was set precedent. It won't, because it didn't happen in the United States. That's the only thing. Plus, even then, I feel like you would have a hard time with that. I'm having a stroke. I'm sorry to hear that. Billy went to Carl's home turf for this case. Yes. Billy lives in not Orlando. I think he lives What part? He lives in some part of Florida. I can't remember too much off the top of my head. Might be Tampa. I don't know all the cities down in Florida, but he lives in some part of Florida. Because that's where the King of Kong took place. And he traveled all the way from Florida down to, was it Weston? Okay. He's from Hollywood, Florida. Wait, Florida has a Hollywood? Really? Real? Oh.
Yeah, no, it does.
All right, fair enough. Okay, let's continue.
I essentially published that document to the world at large, and as such, I could not possibly claim that Mr. Jobs or anyone else had defamed me if, for example, they sent a copy to their fans so they could understand the dispute and know what it was about. He also could have done this by acknowledging what he said was false and given a genuine apology. Australian law clearly states that an apology is not an admission of guilt. In a 2019 case, the Supreme Court of Queensland stated at paragraph 17.
Wow. I really like this. This man put so much work. Like, I imagine he probably had help. I don't know personally. I know that he owns the business that sells hot sauce, so I don't know if he had help with this or whatever.
All right, so I'll put you like this because spoiler, I've already watched this. This video does address several claims that have been made.
Yeah.
It does give receipts. It does get it basically dismantles Carl Job from the ground up.
Yeah.
And if you thought that Carl Jobs' casket was already nailed shut and chained shut, this video pretty much throws it into a pit of concrete.
That's awesome. Okay, fair enough. I do like this though that he's saying he could have apologized and I probably would have stepped down at any point. Howdy.
The fact that the defendant wished to contest that their publication conveyed the defamatory meanings contended for by the Wagners was not a good reason to continue to refuse to issue a public correction, retraction, or apology. The law has long recognized that a defendant may formulate such a statement while not admitting that the meanings were in fact conveyed. Secondly, Mr. Jobs' defense that his GoFundMe campaign intended to crowdfund for a second potential lawsuit, but redirected the funds to the existing lawsuit after the second lawsuit never materialized is bullshit. I say this based upon 3 facts relating to Mr. Jobs' financial situation at the time of his GoFundMe campaign and
Pause.
the timing of his GoFundMe campaign.
Pause real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
So let me put some clarification on this.
Oh, hold on one moment. Is it going to play? I guess you need to donate 1 more penny for making it play. All right. Well, that's dumb. Go ahead.
All right. All right. So, clarification because he doesn't go for and clarify this. So, Carl Jobs did make 2 GoFundMes.
Okay.
One in 2021 or 2022, one of those years, and then one in 2021, one in 2022. The 2021 one was a GoFundMe for the victims affected by Billy Mitchell. And that's how is worded and how is worded out. At that time, Carl wasn't being sued. After that, he made another GoFundMe, rolled the funds over from that GoFundMe that was meant to go to victims being sued. Well, now he's a victim being sued. Rolled it over into the second one. That's what he's talking about in that one.
Okay. I see.
Campaign. To start, I'll state these 3 facts and then place them into context for everybody. 1. Notch, the creator of Minecraft, funded the early and late stages of Mr. Jobs' legal defense, but he did not fund Mr. Jobs for a time in the middle of the case. Here's the clip of Mr. Jobs himself explaining how this happened.
But good. I had some good news recently.
Not Camelot.
I haven't gotten the money yet. But right at the beginning of the lawsuit, right, Notch, the creator of Minecraft, he said he made a tweet saying, "Hey Carl, I'm going to pay your legal bills. I'll pay all your legal bills." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's awesome." And then I messaged him and I'm like, are you sure about that, man? You sure you want to pay my legal bills? He's like, yep, I want to go through with it. So he got me in contact with his manager. And then she started paying my legal bills. And like 3 months in, the manager's like, we want to stop supporting you.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, the fact that he admitted that on Camelot's stream. Oh my god.
Folks, I believe wise words have been said. I believe the elf has said this multiple times also. When you're in a court case or being sued, it's probably best to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's just a general rule of going to court in
Oh,
general.
that's awesome.
Now, here's the thing. Would this affect the court case? No, it doesn't affect the proceedings of the court case. However, it does affect if you're lying about shit after the fact.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's like, yeah, they just decided to stop helping me. You don't say.
For context, the lawsuit started in September 2021. 2. Mr. Jobs exhausted the money that Notch gave him in or about May of 2022. And he then offered to settle the case. Mr. Jobs said this himself on October 9th, 2024, in the comment sections of a YouTube video. I'll read the relevant parts. In May 2022, I made a settlement offer. Originally, when I made the offer, I had spent nothing because Notch was paying. As you can see here, this isn't me acting as if I know Mr. Jobs' legal bills. These are his words. 3.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Hang on, man.
6 months
Hang
of
on, I want to check something. Is that who I think it is? Sorry. I think that's the guy Carl's going at right now.
Did Carl make a video?
The
one that Carl made a video on recently?
No. The guy that Carl's threatening to take down on.
Oh, okay.
LUS.
So did he notify Billy Mitchell of this?
Billy Mitchell's been talking to him about it.
Fair enough.
Lost made a video. When was it? 2 days ago, talking about it.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's continue.
silence passed between Mr. Jobs receiving the correspondence concerning a potential second lawsuit and then him opening his GoFundMe campaign. Now I'm going to place these 3 facts into the overall context. On May 10th, 2022, Mr. Jobs published a video about me that led my lawyers to send a concern notice to his lawyers. On May 22nd, 2022, Mr. Jobs and I were scheduled for mandatory mediation in the already existing lawsuit, one and only lawsuit. Before the mediation, my lawyers emailed his lawyers a copy of a legal complaint related to the concerns notice, and my lawyers said that I would proceed with the complaint unless the current lawsuit resolved.
My apologies. Lobert, thank you for buying the vegetable chopper. Oh my gosh, that freaked me out there for a moment. Thank you for buying the vegetable chopper. I think I had 2 up there because somebody suggested 2, but I thank you for whichever one you have decided to give me.
Jester/octopus mommy milf
Hey,
avatar.
Blue circle emoji.
She's a freaked
Sly
me out.
Maverick. Green circle emoji. Tipped octopus mommy milf $20. Super chat goal Metco BRRRR.
Oh goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate the 20. Thank you so much. Anyway, thank you for the vegetable cutter. I'm gonna have to find something to use it for now because I've been cooking a lot more. You know what? Oh man, I kind of want to make soup now. I'll find something. I'll message my mom and say. Oh, go ahead.
Now you just need hot sauce for that soup.
I do. Chat, I have Ricky's hot sauce on Throne right now. If you don't buy it, I will probably buy it at a later date. But I got Ricky's hot sauce up there right now.
If one of you chatters buys Ricky hot sauce, you guys will be absolute legends.
Exactly. I'll do a stream taste test. I'll figure out how to do something like that. I got 2 cameras, so I could do like a hand test, wear gloves and do a hand test, and you guys could like watch me as I taste it without showing my face, basically. So if you buy it, I'll do that. So anyway, let's continue.
At the mediation.
Spicy soup, yes.
The current lawsuit did not resolve, but I chose not to begin a second lawsuit, even though my lawyers felt that the second claim was meritorious. No further developments occurred after May 22nd,
so
which would have been valid.
Oh shit, no, fuck, what did I do? I accidentally skipped ahead. Fuck. Okay. So
I think you only went ahead like 10 seconds.
No, I accidentally skipped to the end of the video.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Right there. So what he's basically saying is when he said that it was a meritorious claim, they basically was like, dude, you're going to fucking screw over this man with a second claim if you really want to. And it sounds like he was like, nah, we're just going to keep it to one. One claim and one claim only, you know? So let's get back to where we were.
But I chose not to begin a second lawsuit, even though my lawyers felt that the second claim was meritorious. No further developments occurred after May 22nd relating to that concerns notice and the complaint emailed to Mr. Jobs' lawyer. The complaint was not filed. The complaint was not served. My lawyers did not email Mr. Jobs' lawyers after the mediation to request that he accepted service of a second lawsuit. It was complete silence.
What's really sad is I do wonder if somebody like tried to look into this and it was mentioned somewhere before. But I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to access records in Australia or Queensland, but that is insane. That I'm just kind of surprised that nobody looked into it. I mean, like for me, I didn't really know about this lawsuit until it was basically over. So Billy went easy on him. Yes, yeah, Billy went extremely easy on him. It sounds like, but no, I think that if Ava probably knew about it, maybe she would have. I don't know. I can't say who would or would not, but it's jeez.
Let me guess. Somebody got you the hot sauce.
Yes. All right. I'll have to buy gloves so that I can try the hot sauce, and then I'll have to get something to try the hot sauce with. But thank you, Akakun, for the Ricky's original world famous hot sauce. Very much appreciated. I will be trying that as soon as I can. I'm very excited. You know what's crazy? I know my dad. He really likes the King of Kong, so when I get this, I'm going to send it to him and say, guess what I got? And unfortunately, I don't live close enough to that I could share it with him, but I definitely, oh, you know what? It's almost Father's Day. Maybe I'll buy him one for Father's Day, I think. That'd be perfect. I mean, it won't come on time, but I'll you know what? I think I might do something like that. That'd be awesome. I just want an honest review of the hot sauce. I will give you an honest review, all right? I'll find something to put it on. We'll get some chips. Actually, I don't know if this hot sauce is good for chips. We'll figure it out. And we'll go from there.
It could be good for wings or something like that.
I'd have to make oh, you know what? I could go to a wing stop and get some wings. Oh, boy, I'm excited.
Plain wings from a wing stop, which is just a criminal act.
No, I would get like lemon pepper one. I get a couple of different ones. I don't know. I'll ask people what they recommend, and then I'll try some different things. And then I like I said, I got another camera that I can use, and I will put it down, and we will do a wing sauce. Dude, okay, here's my plan. Chat, I will do a wing sauce review. And I will put it up for people. I think, yeah, I'll put it up for people. I'll do a raw review as a members only video, but then I'll do an edited video as a non-member video. I can feel Aqua's style. I am definitely, listen, with how much this man sells this hot sauce, I'm excited for it. I'm
who knows? Maybe we could get Rage, do some of this Jew magic, reach out to Billy, and get some sort of affiliate code for you. Who knows?
He did tell me he did email Billy. Oh man, you know what I need to do? I need to get like an American. Maybe I could get like an American tie to put on while I do it.
Oh no! Get one of your artists to do Akko Yippee with an American tie and bottle hot sauce by it.
Oh, I could probably do that. Tape, I know you're in the chat. We need a Billy Mitchell Yippee. All right, let's continue.
And as I showed earlier, at this time, May 22nd, 2022, the funds that Mr. Notch gave to Mr. Jobs ran dry. In July of 2022, Mr. Jobs submitted an application to the court of what effectively amounted as a Hail Mary attempt to dismiss the lawsuit. That didn't pan out for him.
I imagine so.
For the sake of brevity, I'll continue on, but I'll leave an explanation of that application in the description of the video. By the time Mr. Jobs had lost his financial backing from Notch, Notch's money was exhausted, he had failed to dismiss the case, he needed money, and he needed money now. But he knew his viewers may not open wallets if he was transparent about the true subject of the lawsuit.
Well, yeah, because if everybody knew that he was getting sued because of his defamatory statements, nobody would have supported him whatsoever.
Well, I don't think that's entirely true. I do feel, because even now when, all this is out there, Carl Jobs does still have backers and supporters, even with all this stuff out there right now. So I'm pretty sure that he would have, got funds. I don't think he would have got the amount he got, but I'm pretty sure he still would have got some backing.
Yeah. Yep. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. Chat, how are you doing? I just got Ricky's hot sauce. I just got some Ricky's hot sauce. I'm so excited. I'm just going to take a picture of it and send it to my dad and say, look what I got.
Here's what he does. On November 4th, 2022, he reaches back 6 months to May of 2022, pulls out an old legal correspondent that never received follow-up, and he creates a GoFundMe campaign on the premise that he urgently needs financial support for a potential second lawsuit. Carl, I do not accept the fact that you generally woke up 6 months after the last correspondence and also after your financial support ran out from Notch, and you suddenly felt the need to crowdfund for a potential second lawsuit. You obviously knew the second lawsuit was not coming. Or at the very least, you were unsure if it ever was.
Man, this is brutal.
You created a GoFundMe campaign with the knowledge and intent to fund the existing lawsuit on false premises. Period. End of paragraph. With that said, I feel it is important to address Mr. Jobs' principal argument against all this. His argument is that he opened the GoFundMe campaign because my lawyers told him that I provided instructions to commence a second lawsuit. His position is, if Billy lawyers said so, then why should I not believe them? Here's the clip of him saying that.
Then in 2022, Billy sent me a third concerns notice because of a video I released in April regarding one of Billy's witnesses accusing him of extortion. And he followed that up with another lawsuit, of which he sent to my lawyers and told them he was going to file it against me. And then he sent me a fourth concerns notice, saying he intended to sue me because I put a 10-second AVGN meme in a video completely unrelated to Billy. Billy was now threatening me with 3 simultaneous previous lawsuits. The first one had already cost $200,000 in the first year alone. So if Billy filed with the second and third lawsuits, there was no way I could afford to defend myself.
Here's the problem. Mr. Jobs testified under oath at trial, quote, "I don't believe anything Billy Mitchell said." End of quote.
Did I not say that this was gold?
You're fucking kidding me! Oh.
This is one of those little magic tricks that all these big fucking little YouTubers like to do. Hey, I'm going to tell my audience one thing in this hand while something completely different's going on in the other hand.
I'm so glad Billy won. I'm so fucking glad this man won. I just... Oh my gosh, I hate Carl Jobs' actions so much.
Carl Jobs went from absolute legend to absolute dumbass.
Yeah, it's so bad. Holy shit.
So apparently the only time Mr. Jobs ever believes me is after 6 months pass without follow-up, and he stands to gain $200,000 from his audience. In my opinion, the irony of Mr. Jobs' behavior here is that this misleading and disingenuous behavior is the exact type of behavior that he attacks people for in his videos. And the harsh reality is he uses these...
He is not wrong. He is 110% not wrong.
...these tactics on most subject matters, not just this one. Based upon Mr. Jobs' I lost video, it appears that he plans to dispute the factual findings of the judgment. And based upon his Discord messages, it appears that he's planning a broader revenge campaign against not only me, but my family, my hot sauce company. Here's what I'll say of that with the information available to me today. It's very easy for a YouTuber to create a self-serving video with an unopposed narrative shaped by them. It is not easy to present those arguments in a court of law where the other side can argue back and win. Remember, Mr. Jobs already received his opportunity to argue anything and everything that he claimed in his I lost video, or make
a very bad video in my personal opinion that most people mocked as being a horrible video
in a future video. Remember that despite all these allegations that he hurls with inflammatory languages, it is ultimately him who the court found to not be a credible witness. Let's review an example of this in his I lost video. He says this.
I will say one thing though. The judge found Billy Mitchell to be a credible witness and essentially accepted his full oral testimony as fact, despite our many attempts to show that Billy is a liar. For example, we have Billy on video in 2023 during his Twin Galaxies deposition saying that the effect I've had on him is minimal.
Did the actions that Carl Jobs and David Race and Jeremy Young and Jeff Harris take also cause you emotional distress?
That is minimal compared to this. At that moment in my deposition...
Now, I want to ask everyone a question here. When did you find out that the lawsuit had anything to do with Paul Legend?
It didn't.
That requires me to know who the fuck that is.
No, yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Right.
When the lawsuit was over.
Okay. Continue. Just watch what goes on, watch the dates and time, and just continue on. I just want to put that in your mind.
Sounds good.
I was discussing the allegations related to video games, not Apollo Legend. The questioner listed a series of individuals in lawsuits with me that all related to video games in one way or another, either in the complaint, in the defense, or as a broader background text. All while sitting in a deposition for a Twin Galaxies lawsuit. Then, when the questioner asked why, I said, because this is where it all began. Because my answer related specifically to Twin Galaxies and video games. Mr. Jobs will like.
Hello, Jazz. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, as a matter of fact.
The second Spock has hit the building.
Hello. my PC upgrade arrived today.
Oh, congratulations. We are
Yeah, it's
reacting.
geeking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Thing's
What,
fucking heavy too.
oh, what kind of upgrade is it?
Well, it's so I was using an Acer Predator Triton, I think. And now I just got the new Acer Predator Helio. So I went from a 380 to a 490 and from 32 RAM to 64 RAM.
Nice.
So think that thing's a motherfucker. It's beefy and I can't wait. But first I got to do all like the file transfers and shit. So but that's for a different night.
You're going to
What's
be
going on with
doing
you guys?
all the singing on that computer and nothing but singing.
Absolutely. Which is funny because I was actually just watching you guys while I was going through all the boxes and getting all the shit together and setting the thing up to charge, and I saw Cam in there for a second, like, oh hey, it's Cam, I know that guy. The funny thing, I actually had him on Share the Stage a while back. He's
Cameron?
apparently really into Tenacious D. Yeah,
Cameron?
Camelot.
Oh, Camelot. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, because he's a friend of Rose's. So, but yeah, it turns out he sings. Yeah, real into Tenacious D. Pretty good too.
I can see that. I can see that. Well, anyway,
Also, hi chat. How's it going, guys?
Right
But yeah,
now,
sorry, what's going on?
we are watching the Billy Mitchell statement video that he has decided to make in response to Carl Jobst's video, where Carl Jobst said that he's planning to appeal his lawsuit, and he's going through his. What happened?
That's right.
Oh, we got Ava now too.
Oh, what's up, Ava?
Ava, what's up? How you doing? Hey, you excited?
I got joy.
I am excited.
Ava's coming up on Share the Stage this week.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have on the show. She's gonna be singing, rapping, all that good shit.
Oh, you gotta love the rapping.
Oh yeah,
She already
Ava
sent me some
knows.
samples. I'm excited.
I was gonna say the first time I heard Ava rap, my fucking jaw dropped. I'm like, that cannot be coming from you.
Yeah.
She got some flow, bro.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm excited because like all the new tech's gonna be set up in time for Share the Stage. So it's gonna run smooth like butter. It's gonna be great.
That's good. Well, now that you guys are all here, we are going through the Billy Mitchell video where he is talking about the loss that Carl Jobst had, because Carl Jobst made a video. Billy Mitchell's like, you know what? I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna make a statement about this. And he is listing a couple of different examples about how Billy Mitchell lied. Oh, we lost Temp and Malice, but that's okay. My assumption is
Temp.
My assumption is that they both decided to go back and do their thing over in our personal server. So that's totally fine. They were kind of just here and
hanging out.
Yep.
That's not good.
So we are starting at 13 minutes. Ava, how long are you sticking around tonight?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. All right. Sounds good.
Get a little bit.
We'll get through as much as we can here.
Likely respond by playing a segment of my deposition. I'll play it here and then discuss.
What about Carl Jobst? Why are you suing him?
Carl Jobs has nothing to do with video games. He's being sued because he's blaming the death of an individual, Apollo Legend, on me.
You're suing him for defamation for making that blame?
Has nothing to do with video games.
You see the time and date?
Yes.
Two clips of my deposition.
Jester / octopus mommy.
Thank you for the 10.
Avatar.
Crundle Bunley tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. Why is the knife-eared trail over in Moss Swamp?
Damn.
Ava, do you got a response for that?
I really don't. I'm not. Their name is Crundle Bunley, which it seems Australian, but they did a Scottish reference. What are you?
Good question.
Come on, Crundle. Ava's cool.
Oh, goodness, that's awesome.
Position were two entirely different lines of questioning that occurred hours apart. In the first clip, my answer related to multiple individuals across lawsuits connected to video games in one way or another, including Mr. Jobs But not only Mr. Jobs. In the second clip, my answers concern specifically Mr. Jobs and the amputations in my complaint against him. Context is everything. What does Mr. Jobs not do in his I Lost video?
Provide context.
He doesn't present any opposing argument to his narrative.
Well, that too.
Despite hearing my explanation, my deposition testimony at the trial, and despite reading the judgment's reasoning for accepting my testimony on this issue, he just omits everything and presents his position as fact. This tactic of omitting inconvenient information to his desired narrative is common in Mr. Jobs' videos generally. Not just the videos about me, all of his videos. Here's an example from his I Lost video.
To be clear, though, I never said Billy caused Apollo's suicide, nor have I ever believed that. No one is responsible for Apollo's decision other than Apollo.
That is a very clear statement from Carl there. He never believed that anyone was responsible for Apollo's decision except Apollo. Well, let me show you in an exchange that occurred between my barrister and Mr. Jobs while he was on the witness stand at trial. Here, Mr. Jobs is saying to the court, to the judge, that he did in fact believe that I was a factor in Apollo Legends' decisions. And before you ask,
you can't really get rid of that. That's court. That's court document right there. Let's see.
True. Also, can I just take a moment to say Apollo Legends a hell of a name?
It is, and unfortunately, he's been taken away too early.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Well, okay.
I believe the settlement. Say on Apollo's decision that disadvantage equals life, isn't it? Yeah, so you accept your opinion that referring to there was the settlement impact.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's basically saying on stand
yeah,
is yes.
It's right there, guys. It's in the disposition. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's bad.
No, this is him on the stand.
That's on the stand talking to the judge.
Oh, that's on the stand. Oh, jeez, even worse.
Oh, dear.
Carl cannot stop lying. What the absolute fuck?
Yeah, Carl cannot stop lying. That's fucking wild.
Sheesh.
I think there's another page on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Jobs said this while under oath. You can make up your own mind.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is.
You're aware of that? You're saying, I'm trying to understand what you're saying here is because Apollo Legend had to pull those videos off, you said for lost revenue. Is that fair? That's fair, yes. With what you're saying, okay. And because of drop of revenue, that had a negative financial impact upon Mr. Smith. That's what you're saying. Wow, he is just admitting it on the stand here and then lying to everybody in the world. Why does he feel like Billy's just not going to share this? Oh my fuck, I
think now that the case is concluded, I'm pretty sure he has the right to, so.
Deep breaths, Socko, deep breaths.
No, I lost all my anger earlier when I talked about Alara, so I'm out of anger.
So here's the thing.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I guess that's sidetracking. Go ahead.
No, it's all good, but no, it's something that a lot of the big YouTubers done is like. I believe Mizu talked about this the other day. Same with you, Akko, and I believe we all talked about this, like other things going on YouTube. And it's like these YouTubers rely on the numbers. How big is Carl Jobs? He's what, in the millions?
Yes.
It's easy enough for him to put on a narrative. So, yeah, it's easy enough for him to put out a narrative and mock whoever he's going against, like Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell's hated by everyone. It's
1.06 million sub. Yeah, he's got just over a million.
Yeah, so it's easy enough for him, he's already a hated figure. It's easy enough for him to put a narrative out there and Billy not be able to gain any traction on it. Because, I mean, look how many views this video has. Last I looked, it was like 22,000.
It's 25 now. And Billy gets, and Carl gets hundreds of thousands of views sometimes.
Yeah, so it's easy enough for Carl to sweep it away, just like every other fucking big YouTuber does. I mean, just another fucking YouTuber.
Yeah. Man, that's insane. Holy shit.
But it appears to me that Carl either lied directly to his fans about this, or he lied to the court under oath. Third example. When I settled...
And to be honest with you, people will be more upset if you lie to them rather than the courts. It's just how some people act.
My lawsuit with Twin Galaxies in January 2024, Twin Galaxies and Mr. Jobs jointly circulated a claim that I remained banned from Twin Galaxies competition. That is a lie. Here is the relevant clause to the settlement agreement with Twin Galaxies. Twin Galaxies will work to include any future score submissions by Mitchell to Twin Galaxies leaderboard, with such submissions having to go through the normal Twin Galaxies adjudication process.
I remember when I heard that he said that they banned Billy, so that's insane. That's wow. That's insane.
Oh no! Wait until it gets into what Twin Galaxies is.
So what Twin Galaxies and Mr. Jobs claimed was that even though Twin Galaxies said it would permit future score submissions from me, I remain banned from the Twin Galaxies competition. That just doesn't make any sense. As a result of these claims, I filed a motion to enforce settlement agreement on Twin Galaxies on May 30th, 2024. The court ruled in my favor.
Of course.
And the judge directly addressed this claim by Twin Galaxies as false. Here's what the judge said. I think it's a fair assumption that the intention was to at least allow for the possibility of the plaintiff to submit his scores. To me, this implies that he was not banned. In my opinion, the claim that I remained banned from Twin Galaxies competition was a coordinated effort by Mr. Jobs and Twin Galaxies to spread misinformation. These are just very, very
fake news.
dishonest people. But with that said, I will not be submitting any scores to Twin Galaxies because it has no authority. It has no purpose. At this point, Twin Galaxies is only relevant for its history. Today, Twin Galaxies has no physical place of business.
Damn.
It has no office. It has no in-person.
This man is like being extremely brutal to them.
Dude,
Holy
no.
shit.
Down.
Oh, let him finish.
Okay.
Let him finish.
Competition,
Let him cook.
no employees,
Get that.
no referees, no industry experts. In fact, Twin Galaxies today is one guy with no industry experience that runs a website from his apartment. He stands on nothing but the hard work and achievement of those who came before him and thinks money can buy him credibility.
Damn.
Next, Mr. Jobs and Twin Galaxies stated many times over the years that this photo shows a rule violation on one of my Donkey Kong World Records because the joystick was red. That's not true. The joystick was compliant with the rules. In 2007, there was no written rules for competitive Donkey Kong. However, the general rule for all games was to use the original machine with a manufacturer's hardware or hardware that constitutes a like-for-like exchange. A like-for-like exchange is a functional equivalent. For example, in this case, if a four-way joystick installed by the manufacturer broke, you may install and use a different four-way joystick. That is why the joystick was compliant with the rules.
That makes sense.
The reason for the rule was that arcade video game manufacturers stopped producing parts in the 1980s. No arcade machine on this earth at that time for any game had each and every part from the manufacturer. Nobody's scores would have been valid for that rule. Nobody's.
He does bring up a good point. I mean, like, I would have to verify the validity of this, but that's insane. Wow. This is
Well, and a lot of people don't realize too. So you got to use original hardware.
Yep.
And I believe the claim is an 8-ray joystick, and I think it is an 8-ray joystick. But you can use an 8-ray joystick as an 8-way or a 4-way.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it has multiple directions or abilities to do that. You cannot put additional 4 movement buttons in a hard program coded game.
Yeah.
Only if the software is tampered with.
No, I agree. Also, Ava, I want to make sure that you get enough time to go prep for your stream. You gotta get going.
Oh my god. Yes, I do. Thank you so much for pointing that out.
All right, you have a good one. All right.
Yeah,
See you
so
later.
I will say so far, yeah, Billy Mitchell's this is his victory lap video.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a huge W, and I think he's allowed to gloat.
No, I think he's allowed to gloat too. 100%.
All right, everybody, thank you for having me, and thank you, chat, for having me as well. See you guys around.
All right.
Later, Ava. Now, here's one thing that pisses me off. I know me and Rogue have stated as such for about 3 or 4 years now about the joystick because of, replacement parts.
No, yeah, of course. That makes sense. I mean, it's like one of those things where a lot of people are just not going to think about it until you point it out.
Yeah. But, yeah, continue.
In fact, even today, Donkey Kong World Records occur with non-original hardware inside the control panel based upon a like-for-like exchange rule, both the joystick and the buttons. Mr. Job also levies the claim that the joystick was an 8-way joystick, not a 4-way joystick. I don't think he understands how the arcade machine joysticks work.
Brutal.
Any joystick may be any number of ways based upon how it is installed. It doesn't matter who the manufacturer of the joystick is. It doesn't matter what the manual says. It all depends on the restrictor plates inside of the arcade machine, which are not visible from the outside. In this instance, it was a 4-way joystick. On a separate note, if Mr. Jobs' joystick claim was true, then both him and Twin Galaxies would have walked into court, would have shown the photo, and won their case. Instead, neither Mr. Jobs nor Twin Galaxies ever attempted to use this photo at any point in the trial or even in preparation. Despite the claim from Mr. Jobs that this photo was some kind of a smoking gun, his decision not to use it speaks volumes. Even in his I lost video, Carl makes a claim that I'm a proven cheater, and that I've seen commentary from around the internet for years now where people claim that there's no doubt. It's obvious. It's been proved. Well, I ask you to consider this. Twin Galaxies had the opportunity to prove in court that I cheated. It couldn't. Carl Jobs, who was told by a billionaire, Notch, that he'd pay for the best legal representation possible, did not even try to prove that I cheated. If it's obvious, that's certain, so easily provable, why does the claim suddenly fall apart as soon as it's taken out of the court of public opinion and into the actual court of law, where I have the...
He brings up quite a good point here. Oh my gosh, this is like so insane. Is this like redemption? This is like huge. I mean, again, nobody really is going to care, but this is pretty damn big.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
certainly cooking.
Yeah.
Well, I know this much. And I know me and Mizu's kind of have some disagreements about this. It's like, because I know Mizu's claim is like, Billy's an asshole and he's also a cheater. And it's like, my pushback was like, nothing's been proven that he cheated.
Right.
Even to this day, nothing's proven that he's cheated.
It really makes you wonder. From the King of Kong to the King of Court. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, man. We're going to finish this, and then I guess there's some breaking news that I didn't hear about till just now. So let's, we got like 2 more minutes.
Oh.
To reply.
Okay.
And where real evidence is given by real people who swear under oath to tell the truth. And regardless, Twin Galaxies, what kind of defendant spends hundreds of thousands of dollars, even over $1 million according to his lawyer, litigating a case for 4 years to settle 3 months before trial? a defendant that expects to lose. Lastly, I recently learned that Mr. Jobs plans to engage in a revenge campaign on YouTube by creating videos about me, my family, and my hot sauce.
I have not seen that. If he does actually do that,
Wait,
that's
you say his
disgusting.
hot sauce?
And yes, and his hot sauce. He owns a hot sauce company. I just got gifted some of his hot sauce on Throne.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Kind of pause Andy.
Huh?
You kind of pause Andy.
Well, I know.
I know you don't know. I know you don't know, but just
company. Imagine that. My family. It seems that the discount code Carl lost deeply bothers him. On May 5th, 2025, at 3:02 a.m., Mr. Jobs wrote on Discord, "There are 2 videos that need to be made. One talking about the hot sauce company, one talking about how Billy needs to stand on things to make himself look taller in photos. Carl, I'm 6'6".
Damn.
I don't need to do anything to look tall."
He's tall. He's 6 inches taller than me. What the fuck? 5, 6, or let's see, 5 to 6 inches taller. Really depends. What the fuck? I didn't know he was that tall. Holy shit. Wow. All right.
Taller. I've taken thousands of photos of different types with fans since 1982. Some very serious, some nothing but fun. Meanwhile, you're 5'7". Cope harder.
Oh my gosh.
As for Mr. Jobs' plan to
Motherfucker.
attack my hot sauce company, I don't know what he could possibly claim. I'm interested to know what could possibly lead Mr. Jobs to believe that he knows the financials or the operational framework of a private company. It reminds me of a time where he claimed to know the terms of a confidential settlement agreement back in 2021.
Damn.
Of course, that's why we're all here. That's all for today, but don't forget to buy Ricky's world famous sauce, 10% off at rickysauce.com.
Oh my gosh.
Using the discount code Carl Lost at the checkout. Thank you for watching to the end.
I love this, man. Dude.
and this is part 1.
It's part 1. Holy
That's
shit.
pretty good.
Oh.
I'm curious now. What was the breaking news?
I guess there's riots in LA right now.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
I'm not that far from LA.
I
Like 2
guess.
hours from LA.
LA riots part 2.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
dear.
my understanding that there's
So
a
wait,
bunch.
what's-
There's a bunch of ICE raids and people in LA are rioting.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
they
you know what? I think I did see about this actually.
and they just
think Aspen was talking
deployed.
about this.
Yeah, they just deployed like the SWAT teams and are authorized to use tear gas.
I really wish other Californians weren't quite so retarded. You know, we could have such a better reputation if just these Californians weren't so very retarded all the time. Also, you play Genshin?
Now that they got rid of Korean Becker, yeah.
No, I should play Wuthering Waves instead. Just straight up. As someone who played Genshin for a long ass time, all the way up until like the end of Fontaine,
Yeah.
just play Wuthering Waves instead. It's
Well,
just a better
I
game.
promised I would play if they got rid of Karina Bedeker, and they got rid of her, so I'm playing it.
Damn, you and Tectone both, I guess.
Oh, is he actually getting back into it because of that?
I'm not sure, but I know he promised that he said he'd give Genshin another shot if they got rid of her. So.
Well, that is basically my promise. So maybe him and I aren't too different on that respect. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you guys think of that video? What do you how are you feeling about that?
Reclaim only the China game now. No, get the other China game. Get the better one.
What is that? But no, like I legitimately, what did you guys think about what Billy Mitchell did there? That was brutal, and he isn't even like trying that hard.
Well, there's a reason why I sent it to you, Akko.
Yeah, it was that good. It was pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was just popping off, right? Just
Yeah.
one after another after another.
Makes me
He's
want
a
some hot
bitch.
sauce. Yes, get his hot sauce. Okay, that sounds weird.
I've had what do you think of Summer Games Fest? Oh, I have not watched it yet. I was at work all day.
It was not really worth watching, in my personal opinion.
Really? Nothing? Nothing at all interesting showed up.
Resident Evil 9 is happening, and that's about it.
Oh, okay. Teaser trailer. Just flashing the logo, pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, hey, we know it's happening at least, so that's cool, I guess.
I know this much. I know with the ability. I've had an issue with Call of Joss for about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of how he brings forward information, omitting information, omitting stuff. Because that's how a lot of his videos goes. He takes all the things relative to something, takes the most damning things, and then makes a video about it, omitting everything else that might explain those damning things away. It's one of the deceptive things they did with the completionist.
Yeah, and now the completionist is basically career ruined. I wouldn't be surprised if the completionist tries to sue him.
Well, I mean, he's kind of got a leg to stand on and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's like, so charity fraud is something, one of those deals that it's easy for someone to claim shit like that, but there's reasons for stuff happening, and I don't blame the completionist, and I don't blame the charity stuff, especially whenever it came out that he actually didn't have full control over it.
Yes, so that is a big part of it.
Yeah, and that was one of the things kind of omitted. So, and it was omitted because I distinctly remember this because Carl Joss and Mudahar released a video. The phone call that they have with completionists, and they released bits and pieces to suit their narrative. And I was one of the few people that called Joss out because you didn't hear nothing from Muda, you didn't hear nothing from Joss, you just heard the completionist. At the time, AI voicing was big, and there's a lot of discrepancies in the voice, and there was nothing being responded to.
Oh.
It's just the completionist talking. I'll tell you this much. Carl just really didn't like me saying that it was AI voicing.
Did he block you?
I got into his Discord and we had an all-out fucking fight about it.
That's funny.
And I told him, it's like, unless you release the fucking full call record, I'm going to stick by this because I have no proof that this is real or fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because I provided on my sampling of some of the stuff I've done. And it's like, I can do the same thing and make it sound exact. It's like, we only hear completionist. Where's the rest of the call?
Yeah.
And later on, they finally put it out that after they already done the videos. And what was omitted from the video at first, because it's brought on that, he had full control of the charity. He didn't. It was his dad.
Right. And that would kind of tear down the idea that he might have known more than was let on.
Yeah. And afterwards, he went about and he did things the right way. And there was reasons why, and I believe the reasons were legitimate, because some of those charities, way of explaining, you look it up, and it's true, they require like a one lump sum payment of like so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you go for and do these things, they hadn't reached that goal just yet. So it's being held. And there's other things within it about, using the funds to pay for things for the events and stuff like that. That's legal.
Yes.
That's completely legal to do because that's what Keemstar did with the Happy Punch bullshit with Boogie and Rings and shit like that.
Yes.
So to claim charity fraud is kind of a bullshit point.
Yes. Excuse me.
So it's just a common tactic that Carl Joss done, Mudahar has done. And it's like...
And both of them have been disgraced to the point where you can't really trust them anymore.
Pretty much.
Speaking of which, I think we'll probably watch Mudahar right after this one because...
Yeah, what's going on with Mudahar?
He apologized for buying the Switch 2.
Oh.
You think I'm You think I'm lying? I'm not lying.
No, I'm not. I believe you. I just think that's really funny.
Yeah, but
holy shit!
It really does bring a new perspective. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it is pretty funny because like the things I've been hearing about the Switch 2 and like all the crazy shit's been going on with that. Like for one, the whole thing with the GameStop and them like fucking up the screens with the staples on the receipts and whatnot. But then the other thing that got me more recent is that I don't know if you guys heard that apparently people were having issue with like those who got the bundles, the Mario Kart bundle. Like the fucking Switch is straight up telling them that they can't fucking play the game because apparently their copy of the game has already been redeemed, even though it came like it's supposed to have come pre-installed on the fucking Switch they got because they got the bundle pack. That shit is hilarious. Oh my god. So I have no idea if Nintendo's already getting on that to fix that, but that's like fuck.
People would have thought having a digital access code to redeem games and have the ability to play them would ever be an issue, and so much better than just having a pure game on a physical fucking cartridge.
How about
who would have thought?
New hot sauce yippee? Let me take a look at the hot sauce yippee.
Oh my god,
not me.
Did somebody actually use my idea?
Let me see. Did the hot sauce yippee? Oh my gosh, it exists.
You guys show that shit to me.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh lord.
I love it. It's exactly how I imagined it.
I'm gonna.
Wait. Oh, you'd be posting that.
I'm gonna tag him. Just be like, Billy Mitchell.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Oh, I got
the creepy little smile, man. That's what's getting.
It's not even smiling though. It's just kind of there. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh wait, I'm looking at a different nippy image.
Dude, send that to Rage. Send that to Rage. Because I was talking to Rage about this. I was talking about talking to this Rage, and he's like, "Let's go!"
Mm-hmm. No, it's on me. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the free range yippee posting and saw the one with the fucking dead eagle. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, this is awesome. Well, the dead eagle one is like the yippee got way too serious with an eagle. Don't show that one to Billy Mitchell.
Hopefully not. I didn't realize the yippies were that powerful though.
Yippies are extremely powerful.
You don't cross the yippee.
Is that so?
Oh yeah, you don't cross the yippee.
I will keep it in mind from now on. If that thing could fucking take down an eagle, I mean, I don't even know if I could take down an eagle. I mean, maybe. Like barehanded?
Yeah.
It'd be iffy.
Yeah. There you go, chat. A yippee that sells hot sauce while in a little bow tie. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's pretty good.
So we were talking about Gerard, I think, a little bit.
A little bit. And like I said, well, they're all kind of linked together a little bit.
They do. Gotcha. They do. Yeah, the Billy Mitchell is like thoroughly butt fucked Carl Jobs, in my personal opinions. So we'll have to wait and see what he does. The problem is, again, Carl has a bigger audience, and he is probably just gonna have to be sued again just to get him to stop. That's the problem.
Well, I will say this much, and it's really rough for me to give a W to commentary, but like Nick Diorio and a couple of the other people on the commentary side are really kind of picking up the slack and pushing this around.
They are, and I do think that is a good thing. The fact that they are just kind of like showing off the hypocrisy and shit. I do think that that's useful. So,
but did you see Billy Mitchell's tweet today?
No, I didn't.
Hey, man, where you at? There you are. There you go.
Oh, you just know
that was at 8 a.m. today.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. You either die an absolute legend or live long enough to become a lolcow. Yeah, I saw that one.
Is this you going to Natland for the first time, or are you just?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
oh, gross. I would appreciate not having to deal with the Rift Hounds because they all suck. And they literally were the way to get rid of fucking what's his name's like big buff, health buff, I guess. But you know, it's whatever. But yeah, that was.
Now Gerard is doing after the sinking of X Play. Probably not great.
Probably not great.
If you go off of everyone else how everyone else is doing after the sinking of X Play. God, the Adam Sessler shit like really did catch me off guard because like I knew the guy from way back when X Play was still like on TV, right? I would watch it all the time. And then like the first I hear about him again like several years later, he's like crashing out on Twitter. I'm like, "Oh.
Wait, you met him?
All right." Well, no, I didn't. I never met him or knew him. I used to watch him all the time on TV. And he seemed like fine, right? He was just, you know, he'd tell some jokes and talk about video games, and he was just he was a cool guy. And all of a sudden, like by the time, like when I like re-see him again on Twitter, it's just like, yeah, no, he's fucking absolutely going nuts. And I'm like, oh, well, shit, all right.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting, but okay.
Oh,
I guess that's what we're doing now.
100%. But aside from being on coke and being woke, what happened to Adam Sessler? Just those two things.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it. Still, caught me off guard. I wouldn't have expected it from him.
Was it? I can't remember. Was it Alyssa McConty they had on, or was it another girl that they had on? I can't remember.
It's probably
I think it was
Alyssa
McConty.
There's not very many like women that are insufferable in the gaming sphere, so it's probably Alyssa.
Was that the one where Alyssa said, "You can come fight me, bitch"?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa's the one that said, "Come fight me."
That was Alyssa.
Well, I know that, but I'm wondering.
And then several people tried to fight her, and she's like, maybe not.
That Star Wars girl did.
Yeah, because one of them tried to fight her, saying, "Oh, I'll fight you," and she's like, "Yeah, fuck you."
And she bitched right out.
Yep.
And folded instantly.
Yep. Frosk. Okay.
Chat. Yeah, it was Frosk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Frosk. That was a big one. And with
yeah, that's what it was. It was Frosk. Yeah.
I don't know. X-Play. Fucking. What was it, G4?
Yeah, it was X-Play.
Like the overall thing.
G4 TV X-Play.
Yeah. I mean, they called it G4 again when they tried to do it like a couple years ago, right? Was that a couple years ago? Where they tried to do it again? It was like a web series thing. No, streaming thing.
No idea. I'll be honest with you. Anyway,
Fuck. Yeah, I don't remember either.
I'm gonna.
I remember that shit crashed and burned like in like a month.
It was like half a year, but yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
Was it?
I need to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I need to grab something, use the restroom. When I come back, we will continue and move on to talking about Mudahar apologizing for getting the Switch 2. So I'll be right back.
That sounds amazing. Looking forward to it.
Enjoy your. Well, I'll just read super chats. So once I get back, we'll do that.
All right. Okay. Let me get some juice.
What? Everyone's just leaving me alone to chat? Does everyone think that's a good idea? Okay. Okay, let's play the alphabet game of saying racial slurs. We'll start with A. What slur starts with A? Nah, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, I really don't know what to talk about with everyone watching right now. I tell you, my take with the Switch 2, I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it, so do not redeem the Switch 2. Pretty much. I almost typed something. Oh no! Behave, chat. Behave. Shh, they're coming back. Oh, it's just jazz.
Shit.
Akko's not blinking, I'm alarmed.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, pretty much. Welcome back.
Thank you. What I missed?
Yeah, I guess people being voted out by Akko's model, just standing still, not blinking.
Oh yeah, that's, when it stares at you. I mean, when you stare at it, it definitely stares back at you. So.
I feel like I'm gonna see Penny's Wolf come out of it. I feel like the mouse just got opened back. You know what? Somebody needs. You know what? One of Rocco's fans that does artwork needs to do that. They need to make a. You know how Penny's Wolf was a creepy clown with that mouth that opens up all the way, turns into a spider. I think someone needs to do that. For Rocco, mouth opens up all the way, teeth all the way through, but instead of a spider, it's like an octopus because he's an octopus.
Mm-hmm.
I think artwork like horror artwork like that needs to come around. And if you want to put the other aspect to it, you can do, gore artwork with Lumi because, Lumi likes gore artwork, octopus eating the mermaid. There you go.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
I got you.
We were just making up what? People are freaked out by a model.
It's just filling time mostly. Jazz of the Pool, what is your wisdom? If you get a credit card with a $6,000 limit, you don't actually have $6,000. That's very important to keep in mind.
I mean, you do. They just eventually hope that you'll pay it back.
Yeah, that's the thing to keep in mind.
Chat, we might not get to the Chris Chan video tonight. It's almost 1 a.m. It's almost 1 a.m.
Which part are you on?
Part 2.
Oh. Wait, how many parts are there again in total?
80.
Oh fuck, 80?
We'll be there. We'll be here forever.
And each one's like an hour long.
Yeah.
Arco, you have no idea. You just spared your audience torment.
Yeah, but my audience paid for part 3, so like I have to eventually get down to part 3.
No Christian, thank God.
We'll try and watch it tomorrow if we don't get to it tonight.
You just gotta look at it like this, the codes and guidelines of like the pirate line. They're not absolute rules. They're more like guidelines. It was you that suggested watching the Christian video, but it was neither you that provided a day or time or when that needed to be done.
Well, I never really provided the day when it was going to be done. Technically, the goal for part 2 was fulfilled a couple weeks ago. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
Josuke, Jazz looks like Josuke Higashikata from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't even have a pompadour. What? Maybe I should have a.
You're thinking. Well, all right. So you got your model like that. I think more people need to think about Gator on that aspect. Not really you, but
yeah.
Gator's model is really Joestar.
It kind of is. Before we continue, I want to go through supers real quick since everybody was
go for it.
Pretty generous tonight.
Let's go.
Let's see. Yeah, Slide for 10, Epitex, thank you. Motorbomb for 5, Break in 2, Octopus Boobaloo. Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Like your hat, by the way.
Thank
I didn't get to say it earlier, but
appreciate it. I had to use it in my previous stream. Sephiroth for 2, I'm playing Zenless Zone Zero Xbox version. Nice.
Yep, same here. I'm playing it right now. I'm farming for my Yixuan that I just got. She's crazy hot.
I have no time for that many gacha games, I'll be honest.
That's fair. That is super fair.
Yeah, Crundle Bundy for 10. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peckers. How many peckers did he pick? A lot, I'm assuming. Let's see. Sephiroth again for 10. At this point, I stick to games like ZZZ and games from Bandai and Capcom. Western studios don't give me a lot of hope. And same here.
Yeah, dude, man. I'm so excited. We didn't get to talk about the state of play, but I'm incredibly excited for that new Marvel fighting game. That shit looks awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking Tokon Fighting Souls. That shit looks so good.
Is that the Dark Souls one?
No. Tokon Fighting Souls is the new, like, it looks like Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's just Marvel characters, and it's ArcSys doing it. The guys who do, like, Guilty Gear. And they showed off at the state of play, and they get like these great, fucking awesome designs for a lot of the Marvel characters. Like fucking Iron Man in that game he's got like fucking Gundam shit in his design now. He's got like the little like forehead crest thingy. Like they Gundam'd him out. It's so good. You gotta look at that trailer. Super solid. I don't know if you're into fighting games. Are you?
Not really. No.
Like fighting games?
No.
This one looks cool though.
Fair enough. So first again for 10, my issue is the virtual card games that moved all the digital games too. Yeah, they all did do that, and sadly, they are way more expensive. Oh my gosh, you get to name a creature in Genshin? Oh dear, that's a bad idea. That is a very bad idea.
The hat guy.
No, just name it the hippie.
Creation of content discriminates against race or gender. Okay. Bullying or insulting of travelers or groups. We may have to restrict
I
your
wish I
use of
remember
game
what the hell I
services if you do
named
not
my
follow
hat
these
guy.
rules.
Blanco, what'd you name your hat guy?
My hat guy.
Yeah, the guy with the hat
I don't know.
and the stupid bowl cut.
I don't know.
The character.
I
He used to be
really,
a bad guy, but then he became like a playable character, and now he's like a sort of friend, I guess.
I
and you
don't
get to name
know.
him.
I can't remember. Here,
Ah, well, probably doesn't matter
I'll
then.
just call him Hat Guy. Name cannot contain spaces. Well, that's retarded.
Well, that's just Medica.
Perfect. That's perfect. All right, moving on. Slide for 2 should go without saying, but chat, like the stream. Yes, like the stream if you have not already. Very much appreciated. Will Spain for 2. Hello, I guess I'm watching you stream again. Yes, very much appreciated. Eric Jenkins for $4.99. Mama Aqua Tax, very much appreciated. Phil the Tax, very much thank you. And then Sly for 20, very much appreciated. Super Chat Go Matt Go Burr, very much appreciated. And we will read the rest after this video. So this next video that we are going to watch here is literally just called Sorry. Has 127,000 views in 5
Fucking
hours.
Damn.
You
Now-
know, Anko,
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is off topic. But literally, when you had that up in the top corner, shrunken down,
Mhm.
it almost looked like you, Mudahar was
Playing
doing a Let's Play of
Genshin?
Genshin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so,
I could
so
imagine-
Yes, I was talking about Scaramouche.
I could imagine him apologizing because he's playing Genshin. I got no money. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to spend money. You are just fine, and you are not required to. You being
Man,
here and
that's
liking
a
the
little
stream.
Yes, but that's okay.
Listen, if you want to
You don't
donate
need
to the
all
Hat
of Akko's
Fund,
love. You can do with just a little bit of it.
exactly. But if you want to donate to the Hat Fund, you can. You are not required to. Anyway, donate to the Yippies That Want Hot Sauce Fund. I thought he was the one who was playing. Exactly. There you go. So yeah, we're gonna watch this. Apparently, he has to apologize, and like I said, from my understanding, he's apologizing for getting the Nintendo Switch too.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mudahar.
Right off the bat, he sounds extremely depressed, and I don't know why he should be extremely depressed about this. Again, just for people's basic understanding, this man put on Twitter and made a YouTube video that he would never buy the Switch 2, that he was absolutely never going to do it because it looked like a bad idea.
So,
And then
so he's
on
just
Twitter-
an encapsulation then.
Yeah, pretty much. And then on Twitter, like the day it came out, he's like, saw these at Walmart, decided to pick one up.
Just decided, huh? Just happened to be there on the day of release.
Yeah, you know what's funny is there's no description of this video. This
Holy
video
fuck.
has 0 description.
Like at this point, then he's just like the encapsulation of like the entire fucking community that was talking about the Switch 2, right? Because they all saw the price, they all complained about it, and then the fucking exact day that the pre-orders went live, gone in like an
And
hour.
he was one of
Like,
them.
You people are bullshitting.
He was one
all
of
the time,
them.
every day. Motherfucker. Folded
Let's
like
just
a
talk about it,
goddamn
ladies
lawn
and
chair
gentlemen. I made a
instantaneously.
mistake. I ended up buying that Nintendo Switch 2, even though I said that I was going to hold off. I wasn't just going to go buy it outright. And there I was, going on a midnight release, and I ended up picking it, just on a walk-in.
Well, okay.
Wait, going on a midnight release?
He went on the
going
midnight
a
release,
walk-in.
which means that he he was intending to buy it when he went. Oh,
I feel like it's a lie though that he managed to get one on a walk-in. He had to have had a pre-order already. He bullshitting. Brother, you bullshitting.
wow, that is. I legitimately like this man is such a weasel. He can't even he can't.
Do we need to watch any more of the video? I think right there just encapsulates everything, admitted to it, done, gone. They use weaker evidence to go at other people. So,
Well, yeah, but what if he starts crying or something?
Yes, exactly.
That'd
Why
be
did
fun,
you
right?
shop at mid? That's the other question. Is why is he going out at mid? Okay, I got a picture from my dad and a family member that still lives at home with him, and he's
what
like,
store?
my dad. I think he went to a Best Buy, but my dad, he texts me.
Buddha.
Oh, I don't know idea, but my dad texts me. He's like, I go, guess where we're at right now? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know, where are you at right now? Because in my head I was like, is he outside my house right now? Is he surprising me? Did he somehow travel all the way over to my state? Like, what the fuck? Because like he never texts me like that, so I was kind of freaked out. And then he shows me a picture of him and my other family member outside of Best Buy, and I'm like, what are you doing there, man? He's like, I'm getting the Switch. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, it was just extremely funny. So yeah, I just don't know how Mudahar is like, oh yeah, I happened to be on the midnight release. It's just like, okay, so you're waiting for it then, huh?
Yeah, so exactly. The only thing I can think about is like, say for instance, it's Walmart's. Walmart's on some occasions will stay open for a little bit longer because surprise, surprise, Walmart's are no longer a 24-hour open store.
No, they are not.
But for special occasions, they'll be open. And for midnight releases and stuff like that, you can't just walk in willy-nilly and just buy it. You got to have your preordained ticket.
Yes.
Certified proof of getting it.
Yes,
for your early release. Early release. There's the key words. So why were you at Walmart or any store in the middle of the fucking night for pre-release, early release, and you just got it? Yeah, no, you're lying.
No, I agree. Also, really quickly, I wanted to make sure I shouted this out because it said it in the dashboard for Streamlabs, and I don't want to make sure I miss you. Sly, thank you for being a re-up on your membership for 6 months on Twitch. Because yeah, 6 months passed. I'm going to stick to YouTube membership if you don't mind. I don't mind whatsoever. Whichever place that you want to support me, technically YouTube is better for supporting because it gives me 20% more than Twitch does. So I appreciate that. Anyway, let's us continue.
Now, of course, ladies and
By
gentlemen...
the way, we're only 20 seconds into this 10-minute video.
There's no way to sugarcoat or cut around this. I did, in fact, commit a hypocrisy. I made a mistake. I should have not bought this product. Now, I made a few videos...
You don't say!
Yeah.
Gosh, I hate that.
How's Mario Kart World, asshole?
What about the other 50 or so hypocrisies and mistakes you've made?
We're going to add this to the list of... I'm no longer friends with... Nope, never mind. I am friends with Nugs Taku. I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm going to talk about politics. I'm not buying the Switch. Oh, never mind. I bought the Switch too. Can this man like stay solid for... I understand why Nicholas DiOrio hates this man now. Like, I get it. This man fucking sucks. All right?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Nicholas DiOrio does not get that pass. Because, I mean, just like with Nux Taku, this was a known fact with Mudahar.
Listen,
this was not something that came out of the blue and everyone on the ass was surprised. This was not some hidden deep fact. No, this is stuff that has been called out before with evidence with Mudahar years ago.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation. Like he's got a fucking split personality that just takes over and makes him do the shit he said he wasn't gonna do.
You
don't know.
I don't get it. I legitimately don't get it. Like, I don't know how it took me so long to recognize that, because I watched this motherfucker for like 3 or 4 years on my own before I started creating content myself. And it's just like, I don't know how I didn't notice this man likes to backtrack on fucking everything. Everything. I don't get it. How the fuck is it that this man has has less of a spine than I have? And it's broski. Like, just say, oh, I changed my mind. Fuck you. Even then, people are going to hate you, but they'll hate you less.
You do know the reason why, right?
Why he bought one?
No, why he's like that.
I feel like I do know, but you should explain it to me.
Okay. I'll let someone else explain it.
Hey, jerk off! Go fuck yourself! You're a fucking liar! You're a piece of shit! You're not a journalist! You don't give a... You're a clout chasing just another YouTuber! You're no different than anybody else! You don't give a rat's ass, and you can suck my dick!
Yep. No, yep.
Amazing.
Good clip, by the way.
Beautifully put. Poetry.
Pretty good
Poetry.
clip. But no, that's. I would
Fucking
say that
bars.
works. I'd say that works. let's continue.
Videos on the Switch 2.
Sounds good to me.
Well, not a few, several. And I've basically
Wait. How
covered
many did you buy?
Hypocrisy. I made a mistake. I should have not bought this product. Now I made a few videos on the Switch 2. Well, not a few, several. And I've
that's the other problem is he didn't make one, he didn't make two, he made several videos about how bad the Switch 2 is.
basically covered it. I've not been the most positive viewer of it, especially around certain things like those game key cards, and especially about their TOS, when apparently it seems like they can just brick your systems, and more specifically around the fact that maybe the system is in fact a brick when you ended up picking it up. Now, as you all know, yesterday I made a pretty big mistake. I actually made a video.
By the way, don't let me forget, but there's a comment that he made right below this video as well that we need to read, because it is also just as wimpy and shit as this video is.
Oh my God.
This is so bad.
With the Switch 2 inside the actual frame, I actually had one on screen. I bought one. I used it to play Cyberpunk 2077 on it. Now, the reason why this was a pretty big mistake, and I do absolutely believe I should actually apologize to my audience, is I didn't practice what I preached. You know, I said you should vote with your wallet, and what did I?
Oh my gosh, count how many times he has to come out and say I don't practice what I preach. Again, said he wasn't going to be friends with Nux. Reverse that 24 hours later. Said that he's not going to talk about politics. Decides to talk about Musk. Makes multiple videos on the Switch. Hey guys.
Says he's done with drama content. Gets into drama content again.
Yeah, he makes
I'm sure
a video
there'll be
on
a very convenient compilation in the next couple of days.
Exactly. It's just like he makes a video. He says, I'm done with drama. Makes a video on iDubbbz and his charity fraud. Or alleged charity fraud, excuse me. But it's just like, Mudahar, shut up. You've got no principles. None. Again, the commentary community has 10 times the amount of principles that you do. And a lot of them suck. So you like you are literally the bottom of the barrel.
It's the bottom barrel butter joke.
That's very mean of you to say, man. I don't think you should be racist like that.
What?
You said butt of the joke. He's Indian.
I don't get it.
Okay. We don't make poo jokes in this house, all right?
Oh, you fucking.
You know what a butt is?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
I'm just
not that kind of butt.
Listen, I was making a joke while making fun of your joke.
You're not gonna tectone me, Akko.
All right, let's continue.
What did I do? I straight up charged my card and got the Switch 2.
You made it sound like you were forced to do it by your wife's boyfriend, which I don't think she has.
And for that, it's actually a pretty big apology. Like, there's no way to really say anything. There's no really any way to sugarcoat it. It's an actual mistake. You know, you can sit and blame other people, but ultimately,
what would you blame other people for? You're the one who slid your card. I'm waiting for him to say my wife asked me to do it. Bojangles asked me to go do it. Or Dojangles, whatever the fuck her name is.
No, he didn't slide his card. He turned in his redeem slip.
I don't fucking care.
Long before he slid this card.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Holy fuck. I just like Mudahar. Why is this video like my thought? This video, by the way, has increased by almost 10,000 views since we started watching this. Why wow. like do you not just have a video for today? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. The next light novel, the time I got cucked into buying the Switch 2.
Jesus Christ.
See, chat, I don't think NTR would work because he's not white. Anyway, let's move on.
you know, I think the community kind of made it known that I would be one of those gamers that would fall into FOMO, and even though that I don't personally,
and they were right,
think that I'm the reason that video games have just gotten more expensive. Ultimately,
they were right.
Say the line, bot. Say the line, bot.
Oh, my audience blames me for making video games worse. Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm not gonna say you're the whole problem, but you might just be part of it.
This
buddy.
man needs to stop making videos. This is his third or fourth crash out in a year, 6 months at best. What the absolute living fuck? Holy fucking shit, Mudahar.
You know what the bad thing is? I don't really care.
No, I don't care either.
It's like, buy if you want it. Don't buy if you don't want it. Don't fucking prostrate yourself, man.
I mean, like,
we know you're good at it.
The thing that bothers me is when I saw that he bought it, I was like, I thought that mofo wasn't gonna buy it. What the fuck? But then, like, in my head, I was like, well, okay, let's see. He is a tech channel, so even if he's like, I'm not gonna buy it,
It's for work.
he could also just say, I decided I would buy it for work, and then I would show you how bad it is. Like, you could legitimately say,
That's
guys,
reasonable.
So yeah, it's like with the NVIDIA 560 on how NVIDIA wants to push the stuff and trying to lock out review samples to channels like, you know, Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox, and
oh yeah,
Jay's 2 cents.
did you watch that last week? That was a good video.
Oh yeah, no, all of them. They usually get sent review samples to review it. They all went out and bought the card and reviewed it. They're not gonna use it. They're not gonna recommend it. They're not gonna say it's a good card, but they still went out and bought it. That's understandable.
Or like how I went to go and watch fucking Netflix DMC, right? I didn't actually want to watch that bullshit, but it was good to talk about it on the podcast.
You think the person who had the fucking Switch bought it because he wanted to play and thought it was a good system?
No, he bought it so he could hack it for other people.
I will admit, I kind of really do want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
That game looks fucking fun. That game looks fun as fuck. Other than that, though, I'm really not interested in the Switch 2 until they drop a new Smash. So I'll fold like a fucking lawn chair when a new Smash comes out. But up until then, I'm good.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, at least he's
I'll
not.
fully admit that I'll fucking fold when Smash comes out.
Oh man, I just can't take Mudahar seriously anymore. Like, I mean, I couldn't take him seriously before now, but the fact that he's literally getting out and saying, "Hey, I'm sorry." Oh, by the way, I just noticed if you look closely, you can see the Switch in the background.
Yeah,
it's right
you can.
there.
Wait. Somebody in chat.
No. Time out.
Like, actually,
that's time out. Are we sure that's the Switch or that's not his Steam? No, it's the no.
It is. You can see the slot for the controllers to slide out. It is.
Yeah, no, I was seeing the one by his arm. That's the Steam.
This,
thank you, Mr. Schnitzel.
Maybe. I have a Steam Deck, and I don't think the controllers aren't that beefy like that. But maybe.
Right.
Anyway, that's really funny. He also has his Oculus back there. It's just like, motherfucker.
Oh, excuse me.
I can't believe that we've only gotten a minute 45 into this, and we've talked about this for like 20 minutes. Mudahar, I hate this.
But Schnitzel, is that real? Did somebody actually find a way to crack the Switch 2
It's
already?
already been cracked. Yeah. It was cracked in 4 hours.
Wow, that's crazy. Because I remember hearing the initial like stories on it was coming from Reddit, so I guess it was already kind of dubious. But like they were saying, they managed to get their hands on early copies and like trying to crack it just immediately bricked the fucking thing no matter what they tried. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess now it's out in the wild proper. You know, got the real hackers on the job.
Yup. Hello, Akko. Hello. No, yeah, this.
Fans don't deserve a new Smash. Maybe they don't, but I do. I've been a good boy all year. All right.
Here's the thing. Even if you brick it, you can still recover. Bricking is probably the best thing you can do.
Yeah, as long as you know what to do.
All right. I sure just shit don't know what to do. That's why I wouldn't fuck with it. But I'm glad somebody is fucking with it though, because why not, right? Nintendo isn't coming.
So I'm all for the modding community. Because I'm part of the modding community. As I say, I rebuild and restore Nintendo old consoles myself and mod them myself too. So it's like I don't like this fucking proprietary bullshit. Oh, you can't modify access or do anything like that. Yeah, I'll click on it.
Yeah.
Amalgamite, what's up?
Oh,
How you doing?
Thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. Oh, give me one moment. Oh, jeez. Well, it took a hot minute, but there it goes.
There it goes. Good to see you, Mel.
I didn't notice. You're almost 15K.
I am.
Nice.
I am. I'm happy about that.
Hell
Subscribe if you haven't yet. Chat on YouTube. I very much appreciate it. All right. We're a minute 45 into this video.
Did I subscribe? I did.
You did.
Let's see if we can make it to 2 minutes.
Yes. Mal, you're welcome in here if you'd like, as always, to come and say hi and make fun of the Canadian man that bought a Switch after saying he totally wouldn't.
The actions that I did do contribute to the fact that video games would have gotten more expensive, or at least the aspect of it would become more normalized.
He is legitimately saying, yes, I agree that my actions of buying this game makes your experience as a human being worse. Oh my gosh.
And ultimately, there's really no other way to, just apologize and say that I'll do better moving forward, And to be fair, the biggest sigh of relief for me is to sit over here and apologize for purchasing a video game system, right? There's a lot of things that a YouTuber can do that would be very illegal, very wrong, ethically, not even just legally, that I could sit down here and apologize for. And that is the only thing that I've really thanked God today for not doing. I could apologize for far more worse, but, realistically, it's...
Yeah, so why the fuck are you doing this? Like, this makes no fucking sense. You don't have to do this. You're literally just like who told you to do this? A bunch of people on Twitter?
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's like if you're a shill, bro, you just own up to it. You just be a shill, right?
Yeah. No. It's like this. I apologize for contributing to the downfall of video games. I know I'm a hypocrite myself, and it's just really wrong of me. So I want to sit here and apologize as I'm playing this new console and new games that came out with it. I'm just so sorry about it. That's how I imagine it.
I scrolled to the comments for a moment, and somebody quoted him where he said, I shouldn't have bought this, and they're like, it's not too late to return it, homeboy. He's not going to do that, by the way.
What is happening right now?
What the fuck?
Hello,
Why did it do
guys
that?
and gals.
My apologies.
Me, Mudahar, and let's just talk about it, ladies
Why
and
won't
gentlemen.
it pause? Why won't
I
it
made a
pause?
mistake.
There we go. I'm going to refresh my browser real quickly. Hold on.
Hello, guys.
You can, so here's the thing. You can return it, but we all know a stapler would do the job.
That's true.
Yeah, thank you for the $1.99.
I thought it was really funny because didn't I can't remember if it's like IGN or some fucking Twitter some Twitter channel was talking about, like, oh, this one guy whose job it is to like test hardware thoroughly tested the Switch 2 and he couldn't break it, and it's like, did he try a stapler? Like, like the fact that like these two things seem like almost exactly the same time, I'm like, that is hilarious because you just know that guy's a shill. You know that guy's a shill because they fucking screwed up with a stapler.
Well, it's not far off the mark because if I remember right, the Reed 2 was cracked with a pair of tweezers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
Fucking hell.
Let's see. I think it was like 238. We're going to play it from there on.
Something like that.
Or something that unfortunately traditionally do not work just because people end up buying them. And in this case, I was one of those people. Now, I do want to kind of defend myself a little bit and just kind of talk about this, you know, because I don't want to just say that, you know, I don't want to just say sorry. I do want to give an explanation. Obviously, that night I was coming home, bought a Switch, and one of the reasons I wanted to buy the Switch is to kind of look at that brick capability. I wanted to see if you can fire the system.
He wanted to buy something for $500 just so he could brick it. Again, listen, that's fine. You are more than welcome to do that. But don't fucking just say, oh, I'm not going to buy it. And then you fucking buy it.
He has YouTube throwaway money. He was willing to give Boogie $5,000 to just show his fucking medical records. He could probably buy 20 of them to test the fucking brick capabilities. I don't get. Lead off of that. You don't have to fucking apologize.
But what if he's?
Oh my god, this guy's cut.
What if he's super sorry about it though, Sparky?
He'll come out later and apologize for apologizing.
Then brick. No. Then brick it.
From Mama
You're that
Oka.
sorry, brick it.
Thank you for the 5. I'm so. I don't know why that didn't play, but thank you. Oh, that was a good one. Thank you. Thank you. I'm somewhat of a hypocrite myself. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's continue.
System up. You can make a local account. You can connect without, you know, utilizing any patches. And thankfully you actually can, you know, as long as you have a Switch 2 and of course a game, which this is something that I'm actually keeping stock, or not just actually. I had a Cyberpunk 2077. As long as you have a game.
Look at how much money he's showing off that he spent.
There's about $700 right now.
Which is absolutely nuts.
Did he get the proprietary memory card also?
You know what's also really funny? So you guys remember the Switch 2 like tour thing that they put in there that like that's not free?
Yeah, you have to spend like $90 to $100 in order to do it 100%.
Yeah, to actually do all this shit. Like, holy fucking, because you need the camera. You have to have the camera to do it, and you have to have a Pro controller that is specifically the Switch 2 one. You can't use your fucking Switch 1 Pro controller because fuck you. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's like this. I'm sorry, it just impulse go over me. I didn't know what I was doing. My hand just slipped in my wallet and grabbed my credit card out. And not only did I get Switch 2, I also got 2 games here.
This motherfucker had a Willem Dafoe Green Goblin moment, okay? The mask was talking to him. Buy the Switch 2. You know. No. He had Lord of the Rings moments. You know, that game, that Switch 2 was calling out to him, and Midas went, "My precious."
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's amazing.
With an actual, completed update on the cartridge, this system is completely usable offline, which was pretty important to me because I didn't want to see another system release as a pure-on brick. So as long as you have a system with, again, a video game, it seems things can just work out of the box. Now, as far as Switch 1 stuff goes, that still needed you to patch for getting the backwards compatibility going in. But if you were just buying Switch 2 games, then surprisingly, everything just worked out of the box. The other thing I wanted to see was, again, the functionality of these games too, especially one game completed on the system. And for that, I played Cyberpunk 2077. In fact, that was a pretty massive section of the video where I just showed the game actually running for anybody to come into the video, watch, and see. Now, I could make the video overly negative, or I could make it overly positive, but the reason I just kind of went the way that I did was I wanted to just objectively look at this product as what it was and talk about things, right? And, you know, one of the things that I kind of read was like, the
wait. So it's coming out now apologizing that he bought Switch 2.
Yep.
But there's a video out there of him playing Cyberpunk on it?
Yes, that's him reviewing the Switch 2.
Alright, so there's
already a review video.
Hang on a minute. So when did that come out?
It should be a couple days ago, unless he magically removed it.
Switch 2 dropping and it's not impressed. 1 day ago. Switch 2 dropped, and it's not impressive. Shows it right there on his fucking desk. No, time out. He's making this because he. All right, so okay, I figured this was just a video of, oh yeah, no, I bought the Switch 2 and I'm apologizing for it. No, he made a review video already. He probably. Hang on, man. Let me look at the fucking comment section of this. Oh my fucking god. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
He fucked up. Akko, I'm gonna send you something. Stop this video real quick. Just play the beginning of this video. Just play the beginning of that video.
Why I'm not buying that Switch 2 right now, said the Indian guy. The Switch 2 sitting on his desk. Now let me explain, okay? Let me explain myself real quick. I actually had no intentions of picking this device up, but surprisingly, Nintendo has done a pretty good job.
Making that video.
Crack? God damn.
Huh?
He got backlash. That's why he made that video.
Yeah, I'm just like, wait a minute. You already explained yourself. Why?
Dude, 300. All right, so I'm using the plugin app. Using the plugin app for likes and dislikes. Video's got 391,000 fucking views on it. It's got 15,000 likes. It's got 9.8 thousand dislikes.
This man is fucking cocked so hard.
Yeah, here's one of the examples of comments. The Switch 2 is not impressive. Proceeds to go for a rant on 10 minutes about how fantastic Cyberpunk looked on Switch 2.
Well.
Oh my god.
Can this man stop?
Womp, I suppose.
Can this man stop making videos? Can he legitimately stop making videos? I just.
Any cat, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you've seen any of my my Cinder drama coverage, you know that's impossible.
I think he's making a medical joke though. So.
Yeah, I know, but still.
All right, let's continue.
Grifting on that hate. Well, if I was grifting on the hate and I released that, video, I would probably be overly negative, or I would try to spread some level of misinformation to garner more viewership on hating the device or loving the device. But in reality, I just wanted to cover things from an objective perspective. I wanted to show that there were some games, Cyberpunk 2077, which were...
Then why are you apologizing right now when you already said in the video, oh, I bought it so I could play with it? Like, legitimately. This video, I feel like only... Here's my question.
Yeah.
How many views does his other video have compared to this one?
The review video or the...
Give me one moment.
Hello.
I'm not buying the Switch 2.
Switch 2 drops 391,000 views. Sorry, 137,000 views. Please don't pre-order this. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, never mind. My thought process was maybe he just isn't getting a lot of views. But no, I guess he is. I guess he is.
Worked out of the box day one. Now there is like one other game, or I think actually 3 other games, all from Nintendo, that all come pretty much on the cartridge, being Mario Kart World, Legend of Zelda, both Legend of Zeldas, and they all just come pretty much without that game key card stuff. So one of the things that I didn't do in that video was obviously buy the game key card stuff. Like I didn't go out into the store and purchase.
Oh, why is it not playing? What the fuck? Oh my gosh, I need to fix. I don't know why it's not working, but I'll fix it later.
Just those
Wait, the milkers thing?
It's supposed to read it out loud.
Oh.
I'm mad now.
I was speaking so much against, which again, I only really bought the system and the one game that was of any interest to me, just so I can show it in the video. And ultimately, regardless of what I'm saying over here, all of that is still a mistake. I was hypocritical. I bought a device that, I actually shouldn't have. I contributed to, unfortunately, a bad practice in the gaming industry, right? Which was supporting this Nintendo system. I did want to cover it from a review perspective. I did want to cover it just from the preservationist perspective to see if a lot of those alarm bells that were ringing literally days before the system was actually launching were actually valid alarm bells. But ultimately, look, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can say to, not accept actual fault at purchasing the system when I made a big hullabaloo about it. And ultimately, for that, I do completely apologize. There's no joke, no fun you can make in this manner. I feel like ultimately, I do have to apologize.
Did you not
for that,
see the opening of your fucking review video?
No, that's a good question. It's like,
are we sure there's no joke here? Because I feel like there is kind of a joke.
Did you not see the fucking opening of your own fucking review video a day ago? You made fun of it.
Oh man, this is making me cry. In the fun way. It's just. Oh, Mudahar, I fucking hate this so much. I'm not even sure I'm gonna get to my third video that I wanted to do tonight, which was Nyara. I gotta have to save that one for tomorrow too. Holy shit.
Oh shit, Nyara's back too?
Nyara's making more stuff.
The fuck they do this time?
The same shit that Nyara's been doing, which is reacting to themselves being in controversy.
It's a day in NY.
It's reacting to them being in drama, which is a reaction to the last time they were in drama, which is really just a loop of them reacting to.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this sounds like a feedback loop at this point.
It is, and it's a dumb feedback loop because it only lasts so long, so that's why I don't like Nyara. Anyway, let's finish up.
Somebody that, is, looking at me and, you don't want to watch my videos anymore because you don't like me anymore because of the Switch 2 stuff, then, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to wave by. We're going to have to wave by at each other. All I can really do is say I'm sorry. That's really all I can do. I can't just whip myself or do something to self-flagellate myself just for the camera at this point.
More than you already do?
You could whip yourself on camera. Why not at this point? You might as well.
You've been doing that since the fucking start of this fucking video. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. This man is not real. This man is legitimately not real. I don't understand it.
All I can really do is say I'm sorry, and I'll do better next time. And ultimately, for me, as somebody that's made tons of videos on countering misinformation regarding game preservation, when people talk about, how every disc nowadays is a digital download, and there really isn't any way to preserve video games anymore. And I have made videos where I've talked about this. I've corrected the misinformation. Go
ahead.
Fucking next Mudahar video is going to be coming from the confessional.
Oh, no, it won't be because he's Muslim.
Yeah, then whatever their fucking equivalent of a confessional is. I don't know, the fucking pit when they bury him up to his head and start stoning him.
I was gonna make a Switch 2. Gonna make it.
That beat you to it.
I mean, Atomic Peach in chat has a point. How many times has Mudahar said, "I'll do better next time"?
I've counted at least 3 or 4 in the last year.
For the follow.
Oh my gosh, this is just. I want to crash out so hard. It's so good. Oh.
For me, the Switch 2 was kind of like that, right? I wanted to see if in this situation, game preservation, at least for fully completed titles, was actually there. And obviously, I did make a point in that video, if you watch it, where I said, when this device has 200...
Guys, you can't go too hard on me. I was making points in that video. I was, doing important things.
God damn it, chat.
56 gigs on it. Buying game key cards, already completely incomplete copies, you're going to be basically downloading and filling your entire new system up with just 4 or 5 games effectively down the road. And that's going to become a pretty huge problem, not just for game preservation, but for the average person that, probably isn't also going to spend
the memory card.
80, 90 bucks, 70 bucks, whatever, to buy external media for the system. These are all things that I did talk about in the video, and these were kind of the most important things for me too. The other thing was obviously seeing how a game like Cyberpunk 2077 could run on a newer ARM-based chip device. Now, ultimately, as part of my apology, all I can really say is, look, at the end, I am sorry. I probably shouldn't have contributed to...
By the way, this goes on for another 3 more minutes.
To Nintendo's dog shit in video gaming, but ultimately I did. And, I'm one of the bad people in this process. Now, do I think that I'm the most evil person in the world? No, I don't think that. And
I'm genuinely starting to wonder. I'm genuinely starting to wonder how stupid this motherfucker keeps going. Like, what the absolute fuck? This motherfucker, man. Like, I feel like we need to start a prediction right now. What is the next gaffe that he's gonna apologize for, and how long in the future is it gonna be? Because it's gonna happen again. Oh my gosh.
I'm definitely not gonna pay $100 for GTA 6, chat. I won't do it. That's too much money for one video game.
I don't know if
I'll never pay $100 for GTA 6.
I'll just put it up as a community goal.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's awesome.
Chat, you could pay $100 for GTA 6 for me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't even see really anybody saying that, but as far as being hypocritical and bad for gaming, I can definitely see how I've contributed to that, and for that I just really humbly apologize.
Chats with
There's
me
no
on this.
if, and, or but around it. It is just a straight up
Something related to GTA 6. Again, if I don't know if he's said that he is or isn't going to buy it, but I know he's complained about it. But now I'm going to keep watch.
Apology to anybody that felt slighted, hurt, or disappointed in this entire process. For that, my community is pretty important.
Muda apologizes for marrying a white woman. No, he won't apologize for that. He loves his wife, so that's not going to happen. Watch me be wrong. Watch me be wrong about that. Yeah. Watch me be wrong about that. If he does actually like do it, I'm like
that I would feel so fucking bad for her if he actually did that shit.
Especially since she's the one that I think wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one that I feel like is more.
So what you're saying is Muda was the bucker in this relationship.
Something like that, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Important to me. And ultimately, I really did feel like, because I had a platform and I could talk a little bit about the game preservation angle, maybe it was worth showing. To me, if there was something really scathing about it in this device, it would have been a completely warranted purchase, because then I could at least alert some people that, yeah, this thing is actually a confirmed brick. Yes, actually, all these games, even the ones that ship completely on cart, don't just work day one. These would be pretty huge points. But when I actually got the device and I tested it myself, I couldn't find that to be the case. So it was really just to be honestly reporting on something versus, maybe raising more misinformation.
Okay, Mida. How many games
That
have
is
you
your
tested?
real name.
How many games have you tested this on the multitude of games released for the Switch 2? I count only 2. So, are you really testing it? Or did it have 2 games you wanted to play on the Switch 2?
Listen. These are a lot of questions you're asking, okay?
I ask the questions no one else asks.
You're asking a lot of questions here, buddy.
Exactly. Way too many.
And hurting myself down the road a lot harder than, the hurt that I've taken right now. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I can just look into the camera and just say, I'm sorry, I'll do better. And that's pretty much all it comes down to. And the only thing I'm really thankful about here is I could be apologizing for, as a YouTuber, there's apology videos that I've watched through my career where people have done really terrible things. And ultimately...
And yet you act just like them with how you've made this video. You might as well have raped somebody with how you're trying to go about this, because that's how you're prostrating yourself. And it's just like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit that you bought the console. Just, but now I kind of want you to get rid of it because you've acted like this. I just.
You must destroy this. You must carry the Switch 2 up to Mount Doom and cast it into the fire, Mudahar.
I was just gonna say that. Toss the Switch into the fire.
Destroy
it. Must be destroyed.
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
You see, Nick.
He starts playing Mario Kart World.
You see Nux talk you going, I'll save you, my friend. Grabs the Switch 2, throws on the volcano. Mudahar jumps into it, grabs hold of it. No, my precious.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Oh,
Sparky
God,
a cop? No, Sparky is not a cop. Sparky is a.
He's a fed.
Yes.
This
just went
this
right
might
along
be
with that
one of
immediately.
the worst
That's
things
great.
that I've done, which genuinely is support bad game practices and, not practice what I preach. I can't make videos where I say I'm not going to be buying a Nintendo Switch, day one at least, and then here I am buying it day one. Even if personally I felt making the content.
I have betrayed the gamers. I must repent to the Grand Dorito.
I betrayed the gamers in my review
Cleanse
video.
yourself in Mountain Dew.
Oh, but Muda, you said you wouldn't buy the Switch. Oh, Muda, you did. You making fun of it.
Yep.
Oh man, I actually kind of want to see somebody try and baptize themselves in a big vat of Mountain Dew. Could you imagine the fucking searing eye burn from getting Mountain Dew in your fucking eyes? Oh shit, that'd be really
Chat,
funny.
chat,
I should totally do that now.
Chat, believe your eyes. Who here in this video, on this live stream, has the cop hat on? That's not me.
Oh gosh, damn. All right, we have 2 minutes left. Ugh.
And at least if I could find something scathing about it, I could talk about, sure. But for me, I'm still not somebody that is in line to be, I guess, known as a hypocrite in this regard. And for that, I do apologize. I've done something wrong, which is purchasing the device after the hullabaloo that I've raised. And for that, all I can do is honestly just apologize. Really, that's all I can do. So if you accept this apology, great. If you don't accept this apology, then it is what it is. But yeah, our word is really all we have. That's really what it comes down to. What I will not apologize for is purchasing and keeping Cyberpunk 2077.
Why are you making this video? I hate this video so much. I want this video to be destroyed. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This video did not need to exist. This video is assaulting me. I need to go to the police because Mudahar needs to be arrested for this kind of assault that's going on right now.
You just don't get it, Arco. It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very polite people, you see.
I just... No.
On the Switch. I really feel like even if you're not buying the Nintendo Switch 2 and you've got the money, you should probably signal to the industry that buying a completed Switch game, or buying a complete product on launch with all the DLC onto it is something that should be supported, right? Especially considering that a lot of games release with tons of great expansion packs that never end up showing up on actual release anymore. Like, they don't get re-released down the road. It used to be back in the day that when a game launched, a year later, after it got 3-4 single-player expansions, you ended up getting a Game of the Year edition. Now you still get the Game of the Year edition, but sometimes, in most cases, you end up getting a little piece of paper inside with a code that doesn't even have the whole game. So, yeah, for that, I will never actually truly apologize for this, nor will I ever apologize for picking up games like Stalker, which are these completed Japanese re-releases of 3 games on one cartridge.
Fading out.
But anyways, I'm kind of talking and talking in circles, really. Apologize for the Switch 2 stuff. Didn't practice what I preached there, and all I can say is I'm sorry, and I'll do better. Simple as that. I'm out.
How much you want to bet he played the Switch 2 after he got done this video?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just so baffled that I really don't got anything else to say, and I kind of want to be done streaming for the night. Chat, that's it. We're not gonna watch the Niara video. We'll save that for tomorrow as well. All
right.
Mudahar ruined my mood. I hated that video. I legitimately did. Thanks, Mudahar. I hate it. Thanks for apologizing for buying a console. I don't give a shit. All right, let me read the super chats here. As always, Chad, thank you so much for your generosity tonight. It's very much appreciated. Tomorrow, we will watch the stuff. And if there's more stuff to comment on that isn't non-videos, we'll also add that in there as well. We'll see. I was going to have a collab tomorrow, but the individual had to cancel because she's not feeling good. Let's see here. Crundle Bundy for 10. Why is the knife-eared tree lover in my swamp? Because she was. Wolfsbane for 2.
Named your dude.
Oh, yeah. Wolfsbane for 2. I don't know. Bondi has been a hit or miss lately, and they kind of have been, yes. Eric Jenkins for 199. Rule 1, never ever say sorry. NM403 for 5. I'm something of a hypocrite myself. Mudahar. Yes, exactly. And Wolfsbane for 5. What do you want, Kakar? To say what you want, to do what you want, to buy a Switch 2, Muda Goblin, but the viewers. Screw the viewers. All right. Thank you everybody for coming by tonight. You guys are fantastic. As again, I have said, watch the content cut from earlier if you haven't had the chance to. That'll be fun. I'm gonna raid Words of Paradise because he has Mizu on tonight, so that'll be fun. If you are on Twitch,
I'm actually gonna be hanging out with them on Monday.
Nice. If you're on Twitch, give you to Ryan. So. Thanks, chat, for coming by tonight. We will see you all tomorrow.